Previously on The Mind and the Martyr. Our party continued to Xantane, led by Ton the Shifter. Shortly after their departure, Athenos detected a rumbling being caused by some kind of burrowing creatures. Instead of investigate, the party decided to flee. They came across a party of Crownsguard led by the Goliath Byron, and learned of the infestation now wreaking havoc on the city. After a convincing argument by Orin, lucky dice roll, they were given writs to the city to help stop the threat. When entering the seemingly deserted city and finding the single inn open for business, Athenos, Orin, and Jotra immediately think drinking competition. When Athenos suggests they drink the Siren's Tear, the others back out and see how the Yuan-Ti handles it. While the others revel, Ishtin and Soup retreat to the basement where they find a strange, musky-smelling egg. After a quick squish, the musk intensifies and the ground begins to shake as a horrible claw breaks through the surface.
They essentially entered an abandoned and empty city. What was once vibrant, full of life and a lot of commerce and construction is now a wasteland. They went ahead and headed inside one of the local inns where they decided, hey, let's have a drinking contest. Athenos, Orin, and Jotra getting involved there. Drinking,
I feel like that's what you do in a lockdown. I feel like that's...
Yeah.
Drinking a strange concoction.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they decided to, or Athenos at least, decided to have a go at the one bottle known as the Siren's Tear. And
I took it like a champ, I just want to point that out.
Yeah, took it like a champ. And as this also happened, Ishtin and Soup headed downstairs into the basement in order to deal with a small emotional issue, let's say, that Soup was currently having. Ishtin was dealing with that fantastically. And as they waited and calmed themselves down inside of the basement, they found what appears to be a small egg-like object in underneath a bedroll, which they then decided to promptly squish, causing the start of the bug apocalypse.
It's gonna be fine.
So we jump straight back in as this large chitinous claw has pulled itself out from underneath the earth. You watch as the creatures, two of them, one in front of you, one behind, actually begin to reveal themselves. These large purple and pinkish creatures have these spiked chitinous claws on two of their 6 legs. As they come upwards, you can see the spines and hairs growing from the back, and a large, almost a spiked underjaw with a long lashing teeth. A long lashing tongue and teeth. There we go. Not lashing teeth. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, it would actually.
Yes. Just
the teeth are moving.
And as these creatures begin to pull themselves out, they are relatively small, but still kind of scary. And they stand probably about 2.5, 3 foot off the ground. And yeah, as they kind of come up, they just begin to look around. You just hear the
I hate it.
Yeah.
Are they
Let's kill
directly
them.
in our way?
one of them is currently.
Ishtin is grinning and looks at Soup and says, let's kill them. Come on, let's go. Let's kill them.
He just kind of looks at her, like, shrugs his shoulders, takes his
Hey,
crossbow out.
Athenos, there's stuff to kill down here.
Oh boy.
Is there anything above us?
You can take a look above, and it's just ceiling. Like, you guys are in the basement, so it's just kind of wood. Cool. As you, Ishtin, as you call out to Athenos, I'm gonna get Ishtin and Soup to roll initiative.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
The first time!
It's initiative roll of the game. What do you think I rolled?
That one. Yeah, I thought so.
And I'm not a raven.
I am waiting to study the battlefield and understand what they can do.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, so that's an 8 total.
Oh no,
Oh, we're rolling.
guys.
Excellent.
So not ready.
Okay.
Rolling hot, rolling hot.
As this is called out, Athenos, you up above, you suddenly get a horrible headache, like a pang just through your entire head. You feel almost this pain and this aggravation suddenly turns to a muffled sound that begins to ring, not through your ears, but through your mind. And it takes a couple of seconds before you manage to finally zone in on what that is. And you actually hear Ishtin say through your mind, Athenos, there's stuff to kill down here.
Nice.
And you're slightly taken out of your intoxicated stupor as you can hear this this voice echo. And it hangs for just a couple of seconds before it vanishes.
I guess I turned to Orin and Josh and like, did you hear? And Aridin as well. Yeah, Aridin, did you guys hear that? Apparently it's something to fight. What is this then?
I didn't hear anything. Is there?
I didn't hear anything.
I'm gonna go. Can you help me up? I'm gonna go check on this then.
Okay. And I go to help him up, realize that I'm a third of his height, and I kind of like, I kind of get like under his butt. I'm just trying to like help him up, and then like.
It also helps.
Orn will kind of come by and like do the same thing from the other side. Like, all right, here we go.
Yep. Okay.
It's not too bad. Like the that connection kind of brought you out of it just a little bit, but you're still you're still kind of like,
Yeah.
I got this.
Okay. I just like take one step carefully and like, okay, yeah, the world isn't swaying. Okay, I can do this. I just keep going, and I head down to see where I'm pretty sure Ishin was.
Are we following? We should
Okay.
follow, right?
I guess so. If she needs help, why not? You know, let's check it out.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a round without everybody. The two Kruthiks are going to go first, because you both rolled atrociously.
Oh,
First one's going to go
gross.
ahead and make a swipe at Ishtin.
Is it within my range? Is it moving at all?
It just came into your range. So
All right, then attack of opportunity because I am a pull-on master.
yeah, you do get your Polar Master Strike.
That is a 20 diet.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay, 20.
Alright. I added a 5 and a 3 and I got 10. It's 8! 8 slashing damage, please.
Okay.
Can I
So-
also do my other one or no? No, just the one.
Polearm is just the reaction,
just the
so
one.
it's just the one, yeah. However, as it begins to reach forward, you kind of go ahead and it reaches its chitinous claw forward. It thinks it can overpower you. Boy, is it surprised. Because as soon as it comes down, you catch it with the glaive, pull it down, and then with the other end, spike directly into its neck. And it just reels backwards in pain. You can see the wound is already severe and it's already quite deep in. It's kind of gone back into a slightly defensive stance as it just...
Oh, are you changing your mind?
Okay, the other one is going to go ahead and make an attack from the other side of you. Which it does get advantage on due to pack tactics. That'll be an 18.
That misses.
All right.
Oh damn.
Pro Ishtin moves. Yeah, as you've gone ahead and parried the second one, you take you just get this warrior's instinct behind you. You go ahead and throw your glaive out and catch the other claw just behind you. You don't even look. You're just ching. Nah.
Not fair.
Love it. Yeah, you go ahead and push that away, and it just kind of smacks the floor twice, and you take a look to your left, and you see 2 more of these claws emerge out of the ground.
Boy.
It'll be about now that Athenos, you get to the door, you open this up, and the first thing you see is one of these creatures, almost dead, bleeding profusely already, as it's now staggered back and is actually slightly leaning against the back wall.
Oh, when I see that, I guess I'm still a little bit tipsy, so I take a double take. I'm like, oh, okay, and I go immediately for my pistol.
All right. If everybody else wants to roll initiative, go ahead and chuck it into the chat. We can get that done.
Dicks.
Do I have to have it roll at disadvantage? I'm a drunk.
I will not be that. I will not be that cruel for initiative, but your attacks will be.
My attacks will. Okay. I think that's good because I rolled a 22.
Nice.
You put it.
DM hit becomes about
The alcohol has only made you stronger. What have I done?
I'm a drunken master. You don't understand.
I was gonna say warlock monk. I see this happening. All right, cool.
I'll train you in the Brotherhood.
All right, so it's a 14 from Oren. Jotra has got a 21. Beautiful. Oren. Eridan.
I got
Initiative.
a 7.
7.
And that's
Question,
okay.
Ishtin, do you have a dex mod?
I do. It is only 1 though.
Okay. Okay. You and Torn will take your turns at about the same time because he also rolled a nat 1. Good. Okay.
Ooh, these
So-
are juicy rolls.
As you've now entered, the stairs are wide enough for you folks to actually, be able to squeeze past each other for the sake of movement. You have the one that's about 5 foot away, just downstairs, that Ishchin has thoroughly messed up. There are 2 more about 10 foot away, and then there's a third one that's also about 10 foot away on the other side of Ishchin. This is quite a relatively enclosed space. Okay, Athenos, you are up. Jotra, you're on deck.
I pull out my pistol, and you said there's one like 5 feet away from me, or is it 5 feet away from Ishtin?
There's one that's like 5 foot away from everyone because it's at the bottom of the
Okay,
stairs that Ishtin just whacked.
In that case, yeah, I see that Ishtin was right. Well, brain Ishtin that was in my head was right. There are people for us to fight, so he's gonna look to the one that's 10 feet away, the one behind Ishtin, and cast Hex on it. And what that kind of looks like is that he just starts muttering something under his breath, and I don't think, unless someone can speak Primordial, none of you know what he's saying. And then, I don't know if you're close enough, would you hear it? Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
not. And I have heard you do it before.
Yeah. And then, so what happens is that to everyone else just looks like I'm muttering in Primordial. And then, but to the bug thing, I guess, what happens to them is that everything goes dark for a second, and all they see are my serpentine eyes just glowing in the darkness. And they hear the muttering as well, but it's much louder. It's like a ringing in their head. And then just everything's back to normal again. And then 2 snake bites appear on their arms as I put disadvantage on all strength checks.
Cool.
And then I shoot. I shoot
Okay.
my pistol. That's with disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Best sounding hex I've ever heard. That was awesome.
That's so cool.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does indeed hit, yes.
Ooh, okay.
I was trying to say no for a second. I was like, I hate
That's what I thought as
bugs.
well.
I hate everything they stand for.
Oh no.
Nuke it from orbit.
So that's 5 piercing damage and 2 necrotic.
Okay. And it, is that the one that Ishtin hit, or the other one?
The other one. Yeah, the one
The one on
behind.
the other side of Ishtin, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you pull your pistol forward. The shot rings out, and you watch as it essentially tears through the connection between its leg and its claw. And it actually begins to stagger for a second and drops down and just. It manages to just about pull itself back up.
Still a good shot, even when the world is spinning. Okay.
All right, Jotra, you're up. Oren, you're on deck.
Jotra's going to pull 3 stones out of his pouch, scrape them across his bracer, and then he's going to hold 2 of them up, and he's going to throw one of the others. So he's going to do a magic stone attack, and he's going to hold the other 2 out and say, "Grab him, throw!" He's totally not panicking. As I'm sure you know.
Which one are you aiming at?
So, the one that looks the most injured.
That'd be the one that Ishton messed up.
Okay, perfect. Die at 20.
Definitely hit.
Perfect. So 8 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
As you go ahead and launch this stone, you hear the crack of the chitin. You then hear the definite sound of stone on stone as you watch your magic stone just bounce from where it's gone straight through and hit the other side. You watch this creature just drop to the ground.
Oh,
That's quite an arm you got.
it's magic! It's not my arm!
Doing one of these.
Anything else, Jotra?
No, that's... oh yeah, how far away are they from me?
So there are 2 to the left of Ishtin, about 10-15 foot, and then there's the one behind that Athenos just hit, which is about 10.
Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, Athenos, I'm going to go behind Athenos, and I'm going to kind of, like, it looks for a second like he's hiding behind Athenos, and then he's like, "You can lean back on me." And so you can sit on him to help steady yourself. He's getting ready, and he's got his arm up, and he's got the stones in the other hand, and that's going to be his turn.
I'll let you have it.
Yeah, but it's Athenos
Might not help at all, but
that.
that's Jotra's just like, somebody.
I'm literally the
Awesome.
heart clench meme right now.
Okay, before Orin is the Kuthrix. So there are 3 of them. They're going to go ahead and just rush the closest thing to them, which is Ishtin. Pack tactics.
I almost feel bad for them.
Doesn't help them.
Because Ishtin is a wall and fortress.
I am a fortress.
23! One of them might hit.
Oh, that hits.
Oh boy, yep, that hits.
Fortress, but there's like a window in the fortress.
Yeah, and I managed to get through that.
The other 2 you've managed to parry away. You can go ahead and 2 of them have entered your range if you wanted to use your reaction.
Oh yes, I would. I would like that very much. May I just do one though, because it is a reaction. Yes, so only
Yes.
one. Oh, that is a 14.
14 does miss, unfortunately.
All right. I was too busy getting hit.
Well, you've gone ahead and the one that was injured, as it reaches forward, it uses the claw that Athenos shot. You actually watch as the membrane begins to break, and it just... You easily just... No worries. The second one turns around and begins to move forward. It attempts to bite you, catch it, and just push it to the ground. But as you do so, the third one comes past and scratches you against your arm. You take 4 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that itches. Okay.
All right,
And I will say,
Orin.
Athenos, they are very fun to kill. Not very challenging, but very fun. They make crunchy noises.
Is it like a crab?
Ooh,
And
perhaps.
they are like chitinous armor. So yeah, it's close
But
enough.
we have no butter.
Bugs
I
are
would not
my favorite
recommend
food.
eating them.
Ishtin does.
Ooh,
Alright.
so they go crack, do they? So Orin's gonna run. They're about, the closest one to me is like not farther than like 35 feet, right?
No.
Okay, pretty close. All right, just checking.
Are you grabbing any of the
Little
magic
legs.
stones? That
No,
Josh was holding?
no,
Okay.
no. I'm just gonna run and take a flying leap and come down with like a kick attack, unarmed strike, and just try to get him. So
Get it,
that's
boy.
gonna
Get it,
Soup,
get it,
by the
boy.
way, you're on deck.
10 is not gonna do it.
Superhero landing. Superhero
No.
landing.
Yeah.
So screw it. I'm gonna burn a key point and do flurry of blows. This
Pop, pop, pop.
time, just
Crunch, crunch.
bringing my fist down on him. With 21 to hit, so that'll hit, right?
That'll hit.
All right.
I love monks. Monks are so good.
5 bludgeoning.
Okay. So you go ahead and try this kick strike. As you do so, you just kind of graze its head. It reels backwards, ready for another strike, but as it reels back, you catch it with that downwards punch across the head, and it suddenly, as soon as you make contact, you feel that kind of blast of the force of your strike crack through part of its natural armor, and it just goes limp and hits the ground.
Oh, they do crack. That is fun.
Right?
You've got so that's the one that Athenos injured. You've got 2 more.
Right. Oh, and I do have another unarmed strike, so I'm gonna run to one more, and just the next closest one to me.
Yep.
And ooh, natural 20.
Shoryuken!
Just bam! Let's
wrecked.
roll it up. 4 doubled up 8. Yeah, 12 bludgeoning
12
damage.
points of damage. All right. You stroll up with just kind of with one solid strike. It begins to kind of like roar at you as its mouth opens. You just. The 12 is enough to take it out in one hit, and it just drops to the ground.
Okay.
There is one more up and active.
Maybe
so-
I'll get a turn.
Okay.
Probably not.
It's like, huh, that was fun.
I don't have to do anything, you guys. This is great.
All right.
Cool. Soup, you're up. Ari, you're on deck.
All right. Soup is going to do a backflip off of Ishton's shoulders
Yeah.
and attack the last one. As
It sounds so casual. It's just, Soup's gonna do a backflip.
He's just gonna do a backflip. Draw a short sword. There we go.
In midair,
Like you
yes.
do.
While you are flipping, you
there,
draw your sword.
Of course.
Uses the
yeah,
sword to like as momentum.
Obviously. Do I need to roll anything for that, right?
For the backflip, nah. I'm the rule of cool.
All right. So draw a short sword, seeing that there's only one left, and he will attack it. It's going to be a natural, or not a natural 20, yeah, unnatural 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Short sword, 66. Boom. It's going to be 10 points of slashing.
10 points. All right. You go ahead and
Damn.
go forwards. It goes ahead and lunges, and as it does so, you just pull the blade out, and it just slumps to the ground. As it hits the ground, you hear the kind of crumple and the thump of its body. And then there's another tremor. And there's another tremor. You see a familiar chitinous claw, much bigger than the one you saw before, that is beginning to pull itself outwards. Just the one, but relatively larger than the one you've already seen. And it goes ahead and pulls itself outwards.
Ugh,
You watch its eyes scan across the corpses of its children.
We killed its baby.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
He went
After
crunch.
she just swaying slightly, like this is gonna be fun.
It gets itself
Steady,
like
steady.
It goes itself and strikes its 2 claws into the ground, begins to shake, and lets out this horrible sound as it rises
No.
upwards. You watch as the teeth, as the jaw opens, you see the row behind and the row behind as the tongue begins to whip around its mouth.
Oh, gross.
Soup is like
Soup.
cleaning his blade off real quick, turns behind, sees the thing, and just grins.
Soup, you still have your other stuff to use if you wish. Otherwise, we can move on to Eridan.
I am going to use my action surge
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
and attach a bolt with a rope tied to it to my crossbow and shoot it up at the ceiling.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to climb up the rope.
All right. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You go ahead and just. You can go ahead. It's not. You've climbed ropes plenty of times. I'm
Holy
not gonna make
climbing
you roll for it.
crocodiles, Batman.
Yeah, you can go ahead and just. You're hanging on the top of it there. Okay. Eridan, you're up. Ishton, you're on deck.
Oh my gosh. Okay. How far is the big bug?
It's like on the other side of the basement, so it's about 15 to 20, depending on distance. Still well within
Okay,
tackling
so
range.
first time getting to use this, so I'm gonna do it. For a moment, anyone near Eridan would hear this sort of like, it sounds like a lullaby. It's a little creepy, but it's a hum. You hear her humming, and as she pulls out her scimitar, it starts to glow this weird, like iridescent bluish purple color. And she gives it a twirl, and she gets up in its business, and she is going to smack it.
Okay.
In typical, I don't know, sword dance fashion. Oh, I don't think that's gonna hit at all. 13.
13. Okay. You you begin this blade song, and as you step forward, you go ahead and copy what you've seen a couple of your allies strike at. And as you do so, you realize that this particular Kruthik is a little bit more heavily armored in some parts of its body. You kind of scratch off it, and you see just the tiniest little splatter, but it doesn't look like you've actually made any impact.
I'm gonna sidestep. 5 feet, and I guess that's my turn. I missed.
Okay.
Oh, that's so upsetting. Okay. That's fine.
Ishtin, you are up.
How far is it from me?
10 foot.
All right, I will hit it from right where I am with my glaive. So yes, I am going to first try to do a poke at it. And that is hitting 18.
18, that'll hit.
Yes, okay.
Yay!
7 damage.
7 damage, all right.
And then I get to do my little flip and get it with the hook because
You
of
do.
Full-on Master. I think I just take another attack. That uses 7 and put on my attack and the damage die. Yes. That will hit for. That I try to 14.
The 14 will miss, unfortunately.
All right. Well, that's okay because I am using an action surge. So that I can go ahead and hit it again. I'm trying the pokey poke again.
All right.
I want to skewer it like a fish and eat it later. 16.
16 will hit.
Yes. All right. That is. I can't add today. 6.
Okay.
And since it is an attack action, I should be able to again do my bonus.
With your polearm master, yeah, you can.
Action. Although I rolled a 1, so that does not do nothing. So everyone is probably wondering why I'm flipping my glaive around for no reason.
How far away is Ishtin from me?
That's true. Natural 1. Bountiful luck. You get to reroll.
Bountiful luck. Everybody's a halfling.
All right.
Why wasn't
what-
that mentioned to
That's
me?
the same one.
Natural one,
Because
so
I
roll.
didn't hear it.
Yeah.
21.
21. Yeah, that'll hit. A 16 hit. A 21 definitely will hit.
Well, but it's more fun to say and wait for the answer, you know?
It's true, it is satisfying.
Just with my hook, so. As for damage, though, I rolled a 4 on a d4.
All right.
So that is nice. And now I will use my bonus action for second wind. Because I got a scratch. And
Okay.
I roll with my point.
So everybody else just sees this sudden shift in Ishton's attitude as she begins to kind of slip into this military-esque formation. You watch as there's just 2 solid strikes from the glaive straight into its chest. The first one kind of, it strikes, it begins to split ever so slightly, and almost with a freakish precision, Ishton strikes exactly the same place, and you watch as its natural armor just cracks open at the chest. It reels back and shrieks. It's wounded, but it's okay. However, you have done
these bugs!
a decent amount of damage. Okay. It is Torn's turn. Torn is going to go ahead and kind of take a look at everybody and just be like, all right. May as well assist. It's going to go ahead and bonus action point at Ishton and cast Shield of Faith, which will give you an extra 2 AC. And then he's going to run over and attempt to whack it with his longsword. Which does hit. Hey, yeah. Look at that. Torn doesn't suck. Just about. I've jinxed it now. Yeah, that is 6 points of damage as Torn just kind of slashes out with the longsword and catches it across one of its arms. And again, it... as, yeah, it's not looking particularly happy about the current situation. All right, so that is top of the round. Athenos, you are up. Jotra, you are on deck.
Okay, so Athenos sees Jotra trying to stabilize him and just turns around like, I'm good, I don't need your help, trust me. Okay. And he points his gun again. And I think most people, I think Jotra will definitely notice that he hasn't reloaded his gun, and his gun is very clearly detected as a one-shot thing, but he doesn't reload it. He holds the gun up, and then you see the branding on his wrist start to glow hot, like extremely hot. And then you see that the tip of his gun starts to glow hot as well. And then he just pulls the trigger, and a beam shoots straight at the bug as he uses Eldritch Blast.
That is so
all right.
cool.
Nice.
And because I can use my bonus action to move my hex real quick, I'm going to use that to move my hex onto that creature. And then I'm going to roll damage.
All right.
No, not damage. I need to actually roll to hit first. A little bit too confident there.
Preferably.
17. Does 17 hit?
17 hits, yeah.
It's going to be a nat 20, but disadvantage, I guess. So that's 15. That's 15 damage. Yes.
15 points of damage. All right, yeah. You go ahead. You hear what was just the sound of the gunpowder explosion that created the bullet is now almost this almost like a magical reverberation as this Eldritch Blast just it cracks straight into the crack in the armor that Ishton has made, and it's quite messy as it just it kind of begins to steady itself on its claws. You can see it starting to breathe heavy as its tongue begins to lash more, and it's starting to bleed ever so slightly from its mouth. Okay.
I turn to Dretch, I'm like, told you.
That was awesome.
All right, Jotra with Orin on deck.
How big is this thing? Does it fit into like a cube? How close is everybody around it? Like, is it basically, could I do a 10-foot cube fairy fire and catch only it? Is it that large?
It is medium.
Medium.
So
No.
up in its business.
All right, so
Yeah, you've got a couple of people up in its face right now. So
Okay, that wouldn't do that then.
Eridan and who else?
Eridan and Torn.
And then, is there anything in the room that I can like? Is there like kegs or anything, like, or like chairs?
There's a few storage. You know, it's kind of a basement that's kind of been makeshift into an inn room. So there's a few like rubbish kind of chairs and boxes and kegs.
So Jotra's going to he's going to pull this like small cord out from his wrist. He's going to throw it and pull a keg to his chest, and he's going to, as he smacks it into his chest, it's going to cast catapult. So he's going to try to catapult the keg at it and need a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's so good at dex. Actually, it's really good at dex.
Oh dear.
I didn't know
Saying
Jotra
that
was
sarcastically,
Spider-Man.
and then I looked and I was like, oh.
Peter Parker.
What was the DC?
15.
Rolled a 14.
Nice.
That is
So it
3d8.
failed.
3d8 for 21 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled an 8, a 6, and a 7. Like.
Nice.
How are you finishing it, Jotra?
Oh, so as you see,
That'll do
Joltra
it.
pulls. So Joltra throws out the little tether. He pulls it to his chest, and as you see, with the one hand that he's pulling, you see he's like quickly activating these runes on his chest plate. And as he holds it to his chest, you see he just goes clear, and then he lets go of it, and it blasts him off of his feet as it launches the keg. And as he hits the ground, he just looks up, and it sees it just catch right where the big weakened spot is, and it just punches out the back.
As it punches through.
Oh
It
my
actually
God.
splinters as it punches through, and you can see some of the wooden shards of the barrel just jutting into the body as it actually full on rears up and keels over. Just you
My
take a
foot.
moment to look around, and there doesn't appear to be any more claws.
No more rumblings.
Not currently.
So Oren just
feel
kind of just had it like looking around and hearing and go, well, that was lemon.
I want
Lemon.
podcast land to know that Sean just typed, "We just threw a keg."
Oh
I'm
man.
so sorry to interrupt, Adam.
So he goes, well,
Darn it!
that was lemon.
Was it lemon or
And
lime?
as
I didn't see
no
what
one's
was in
like
it.
looking at him. He's like, lemon squeezy.
What?
It was easy.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
okay. Why didn't you just?
Oh,
just
never
kinda just say
mind.
that?
it's okay. All right. Well, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, that was fun.
I was hoping to be a bit longer than that.
Yes, but
Oh.
there is still a hole in the ground, so maybe if we wait, more will come out.
You think so?
I don't
Is it-
know.
Is everybody okay? Did anybody get hurt?
I could eat.
Oh,
Yeah, I could eat.
Soup's just hanging from the ceiling, bolt with his crossbow upside down. He's just like, I'll be here.
Oh, I don't think I saw you got up there. You probably don't need help getting down. I would take it, right?
I will catch you for
Maybe.
fun.
He like gets up and yanks on the bolt and just drops.
Yeah, I assume Ishton, you're gonna go ahead and nab
If he
him.
will let me, I will catch him for fun.
I don't think he's got a choice.
You don't. He'll just the ground.
Oh, maybe Soup's doing backflips off the ceiling. We don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
we don't know.
Go ahead and catch Soup, and it's actually a relatively solid catch as you just kind of.
Where did they just come out of nowhere?
No, the hole. They came out of the hole in the ground.
Oh, can I go over and start? Can I start to like inspect the hole to see like if there's any traces back to like a hive, or if there's like how good these tunnels are, if they're like sustainable, if they collapse, or that sort of thing.
Make an investigation check. Why not?
While this is happening, Athenos is going just to start looking for a room because he's either sleep or eats or both. I don't know if you can do that at the same time. Like,
Do I notice that he's
He's a little swaying, yeah. Not
Yeah.
massively so. Like the adrenaline that kind of hit him from combat has kind of stabilized him a lot, but he's still a little bit.
I'll run up and help him down, just like not as obviously, just like, oh hey, that was so fun, that was nice. Yes, that was nice.
yeah, it was. Yeah. No, man.
It was 18.
Okay. These tunnels have clearly been dug by these creatures. Judging by the fact that you know the city is currently infested, or at least other parts of the city are infested, you can kind of put two and two together and realize it's probably some kind of collection of these creatures. You're taking a look, and for now it looks stable, but you can kind of only see a few feet down before it curves and goes horizontal. So it's a little tricky to tell.
They were chasing after this thing. And he holds up the little bag with the squished egg in it, and it just smells to high heaven. It's just-
Oi, that's rank. The fuck is that?
What is it?
Jojo, what have you been eating?
He opens it up and it's
No,
just
that wasn't.
like goopy inside.
Oh, okay. We don't.
Yeah, it's just goo at this point.
I
Used to be an egg.
Used to be.
What
Well, it
any
is
other?
not anymore.
They'll come to it.
So it used to be an egg. When did it cease to be an egg?
Oh, when we squished it. And then its mother got mad. So she came. And we killed her.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't think there's a bigger one that's gonna be coming now that we killed the big one?
There might
That'd be kind of fun.
Hope so.
I like that enthusiasm was in character, by the way. There might be.
Yeah, I'm over here like, yes, super fun with my 14 HP. Yes, so fun.
Yeah.
Not stressful at all.
Cole, if it makes you feel better, 13. So.
Horn begins cleaning off his blade. Kind of takes a look at Soup's little pouch of egg soup, I guess now. And
Yeah.
Aww.
it's just like,
Oh, gross.
so where exactly did you find that?
On the ground.
We're not thinking that's a little weird, considering this place is meant to be safe.
Oh, weird. It was under someone's mattress, just like not very well hidden.
Waiting for somebody to lay down. We should check
I
all of
would
them.
think. Sure.
That's not a bad
like,
idea.
Probably tell the
Start
person who
looking
owns this
under.
place first. Okay.
Oh, that is a good idea. Probably. Oh, but then if another one comes, someone else will come to fight it, and we won't be. They will get in the way.
Yeah, but I feel like we probably should give everyone a heads up. I don't want to accidentally shoot somebody else if another comes.
All
Somebody
right.
else?
Someone go up and tell the person who is in charge of the place.
And as Jotria, as you take a look at some of the other bedrolls, you can actually see a few more of these little eggs scattered under, specifically hidden under bedrolls.
These are. There would be no reason for these creatures to do this. This doesn't make any sense. And he kind of starts pointing them out.
There's
and
gotta be
then,
someone in.
he's gonna flick forward his hummingbird to the front of his hand so he can have just some of his tools, and he's gonna try to pick one up very, very carefully, and then he's gonna look around. Does anybody see a jar or anything? He's gonna
There'll
kinda
be a few scattered around here, there, and everywhere.
puts it into the jar, and then he puts the lid on, and he kind of holds it up. He's like, if you knew that the other bugs were going to be coming for it, this could be like a biological weapon you could use against other people. You could just throw this at somebody, and then it's their problem.
Good old Mama Bear trap.
Just so.
Who's
Orin.
heading upstairs? Sorry?
I was going to say, Orin, people like you. Perhaps you should be the one to tell the innkeeper.
Sure, I guess. So I'll go upstairs. And I will find, no, I went too far.
Violet.
I know it's
Is
here.
the name of the innkeeper.
Sintra. No, that's not right. Shit. Nope, didn't write it down. Sorry.
Violet was the name of the innkeeper.
Violet. I was under pressure.
I was going to say, Sintra is something else entirely, but that's fine.
No, that was the other lady. No, okay, Violet. No, I do have it written down. I just looked in the wrong place.
What is your passive insight?
That's a good question. It is. Why am I looking there? 11.
11. Okay. You go ahead and head upstairs. You turn the corner, and the bar seems a little bit emptier, but not by a massive amount. There are a few kind of empty tables scattered, but it's still relatively busy. As you turn and look towards the bar, Violet immediately kind of catches your attention and just, hi. You
Oi, Violet. Yeah, you know, we ran into some beasties that dug up through the floor. But we're fine. They're dead now. We're fine. But there's eggs that seem to attract these things hidden underneath beds. Who the fuck did that?
No. You must have had a little bit too much to drink. And as she says this, you can see a few of the bar patrons that are nearby are now visibly kind of freaked. And they're starting to kind of mumble and whisper to each other as Violet turns and just, no, don't worry. He's just a little bit drunk. That's all it is. Don't worry, it's not a problem, honestly. This place is safe. We know this is safe. We've been told this is safe, so we don't have to worry about it. Now, what did you drink?
Yeah, I had a wee dram of that black stuff.
See, the sirens, that's fine. Yeah, the sirens tier. People can't handle that stuff. And she kind of begins to kind of gesture to the crowd. Just, he's just going crazy. It's fine. Just a little bit intoxicated.
I'm gonna lean in and just be like, all right, now you tell me the fucking truth right now. Why are you trying to cover this up? If these people aren't safe, they need to know about it.
She's continuing to grandstand. As she does so, she kind of leans in and just says, I'll meet you downstairs in a second.
All right, then.
Kind of begins to, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. Go ahead. Next round's on the house. I'll go ahead and get this sorted for you. She's messing with some bottles and getting like the absolute cheapest alcohol on the shelf for the free round.
And as I kind of go down to kind of cover my oopsie, I'll stumble a little bit. Then I'll go back downstairs.
And as you kind of get to the bottom of the stairs, you hear the door open again and close, and Violet steps through, heads downstairs, and just kind of looks at the mass of just chaos that has happened down here, and just, oh, jeez,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
How are you gonna hide that from them?
Okay. I can fix this. And she's kind of beginning to hyperventilate and panic as she's looking at the bodies of these creatures. And then she kind of takes a look at a few of you and sees that a few of you kind of have like blood spattered across you. Just, this is fine.
You're muted.
You're muted, Jotra.
There's a tunnel, though, that's not collapsed yet, so that could be a problem. And at this point, he's already stowed the jar in his backpack. I mean, so that's some.
Also, it smells bad.
Awful.
People might not like that when they go to bed.
It's fine. It's fine.
Do you know anyone who would be planting these things under bedrolls?
Planting the. I assure you, I wouldn't know anything about any planting.
Can I insight check
These
that?
things
Do
are.
I believe her?
Yeah.
While you
Athanos
guys are
said it
doing
first.
this,
Checks all around.
while you guys are doing this, Soup is just in the background, just like chopping like legs off of these things and like different parts, and he's just chopping them into smaller pieces.
Soup, do you want help? Can I help you? I want to help you chop them up.
Got the roll with
It's up to you.
disadvantage still.
It's all right. I will help.
I would say you can keep the advantage because 3 people wanted to roll. So,
Okay, yeah, sorry.
so it's like it's you. The first person gives you advantage to get rid of the disadvantage, and then the second person actually gives you advantage.
Okay, yeah, okay. I rolled a 17 on both, so that's a 20.
Okay. Through her teeth.
Huh?
I am lying through her teeth.
I just put her. That's bullshit. I'm pretty sure that's bullshit.
No,
You
no,
have
no,
something to do
no.
with it.
No.
No, yeah.
They just blew these things up. Don't lie to them.
And I'm just holding my gun, by the way. Like, I still have my pistol in my hand. Like, that's definitely bullshit. I'm just waving it around like.
Where is she standing? Is she at the top of the stairs?
She came down to the bottom. So
Oh, good.
she's.
I will leave the bug behind, and I will go and stand behind her, between her and the stairs.
Why are you doing that? Why are you.
Because you tried to
I also
kill us.
step up with my arms crossed, staring at her.
I'll raise my fist that is covered in gore.
My blade
Downside of a monk.
Downside.
Sure, you. I
Jotra, seeing your hand covered in gore, he's like, you wouldn't want him to rub that on you, or maybe one of these eggs on you, because we all know what happens when that happens. And I
As soon
flip
as
back
you-
one of
Oh,
the
I think she
I
knows
flip
what
back one of
happens.
the cots to show the egg, and then I tools it up.
As soon as you hold the egg, you see her visibly go backwards. And then, like, as she goes backwards, she kind of bumps into your foot, Ishton, and just.
So, did you plant them? Do you know who planted these? Just.
No,
Oh boy, starting tears still hitting me hard.
I assure you that I'm not. Okay, look, it was the only way to protect the place.
Protect.
From the people who control the bugs?
The eggs, they go ahead and they bring the creatures here. So we send certain individuals that might look a little bit more tasty than others into the basement, and then they get taken away, and then they don't attack the inn anymore.
Will you sacrifice people who are unwitting to save your own?
I want to say sacrifice. There's a lot of people in this town. So many people have already disappeared or have been shoved into this building. I'm just trying to help.
You know you
I
can
start shoving
reason.
her forward on the tip of my glaive, just not actually piercing her, but just.
Mm-hmm.
Let us get you farther away from the stairs.
Okay.
Your solution is so entirely temporary that it's completely unsustainable. Like, you're just eventually going to have to feed the people that you're protecting to the very thing that you're trying to keep it away. It doesn't make any sense.
I feel like that's not the worst part of the solution, though.
No, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
think of. Well,
That's,
well, I-
we don't need to persuade her. I think
Well-
she's done making decisions, yes?
We're hoping
yeah.
that we've been waiting for the task force to get back to us, but they haven't. They haven't. We've just been waiting for them to deal with the situation, and they haven't. So we had to take things into our own hands.
Oh, so who was the one who made the choice about what people came down here? Because I do recall being sent to the basement. Soup, do you remember that?
Soup is just like he's as soon as you talk to him, you realize he's been like munching on one of the legs of the bug.
Oh God!
And he's just like, and he looks up. "Hmm?"
Never mind.
I love him.
I was like, oh, that's
I
gross.
love him so much.
That's gross.
Definitely
His pack
gross.
is full
And
of bug parts at this point.
I'm
And
definitely
Ishtin,
interested.
as Ishtin has said this, you can see her guard drop. It turns from this fake kind of, we're doing the best we can, to, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die at the end of this glaive right now. Oh God.
Soup is the circle of life.
This woman sent us to our deaths.
That was a big mistake.
Oh, but I am interested in how you make the decision as to who lives or dies.
Is it because they have scales? You're sick.
No, it's just that they tend to enjoy some of the more muscular folks. And there are some well-built people in your group, and
Thank you.
you know,
Have you been doing this?
about 5 days. It seems to be working, so we've carried on.
How many people in 5 days?
I don't
You
wanna
You
know.
lost count.
talk about.
That many.
Oh,
Doesn't
you
want to
don't,
talk about it. She knows. You never
oh,
forget.
you don't want to know. So those people are just worth forgetting. They
No,
didn't
you
matter.
don't-
Did you tell their families personally?
You don't understand. There's so many people here.
I'm gonna slowly. So I think at this point I was probably sitting down. By this point, I stand up and just walk past her, and hey, I think like everyone in the inn should probably know what's going on, and just let them deal with her.
Will they believe us over her?
I mean,
They can come
that's-
down and take a look
they
if they
can
want.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of proof.
If they try to rescue her, I will not let her go. Is that clear?
I mean, that's fair. Any objections? I just look at everyone else.
So, quick question, just as to the organization of our party. So we have Violet, who's being poked toward the tunnels by Ishtin. Who's in between Violet and the tunnels?
Jotra would be because he was looking at the tunnels and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Orin's on the other side because he was kind of trying to tough her out, I guess.
And Aridin didn't move from the stairs when Ishtin started walking forward.
Maybe we can protect you from them. You gotta tell them.
I don't need to tell them anything. I can stop this. Everything is fine.
Nah, I think you should tell him. Probably better from you than from me.
He starts squeezing an egg.
No. You have to understand the only reason was purely because you're just better built than others.
I don't care why. You wanted us to be eaten by giant bugs. Also, you underestimated us, which I do not like either.
I mean, if you wanted to compliment our build, you could have just told us, you know.
Trust me. And there's a
Why?
little bit of spite to her voice for a second as she says, "Trust me, I was not underestimating you."
Well, it's too late for that now.
So you say trust you. You say that you know exactly what's going on when you've been running by the seat of your pants, sacrificing people just to keep the ones above alive when you could have rallied 50 people. You could have gone tried any other solutions. So I don't think we have any basis in which to trust you. So trust me when I tell you that if you don't do what they're asking, then they're gonna find a solution without you, and you don't want that. At this point, you can save face. You can tell the people what is going on down here. You can come out of this without being the person who will forever be known as the one who fed her. The people who came to her inn for food and succor, and you fed them to giant bugs out of a panic.
Chutra, she mass murdered people. She tried to get us killed.
Mm-hmm.
Come out of it. What are you talking about?
Oh, I just mean, like, for the trial that's clearly going to happen once the law is reestablished, so she gets executed, but remembered nicely.
This woman is not going to be put on trial by these people.
Oh. Okay, well, you're in her hands now then, and he just points over to Ishton.
Violet begins to kind of very slowly turn around. She just says, I don't care about saving face, I care about saving people. And if that meant I had to get rid of... And she looks directly to Ishton. If that means I had to get rid of a headache, then so be it.
Can I hit her with an Eldritch Blast, please?
Yes, you may.
I want to hit her, not lethally, I want to hit her in the knee. If that's possible.
Yeah.
I have to roll for it?
I'd say for dramatics, it's probably better if you just do it. So you go ahead and as she kind of begins to speak through gritted teeth, you just go ahead and nope. You using the gun? You using your hand?
I just
yeah.
Just very
Go ahead
casually.
and
I don't even aim. I just go nope.
She drops to one knee and she just
No, you don't have to worry about the headache. You can worry about your leg. You're welcome.
I say put her in the hole and then break an egg.
Let's give everyone upstairs a heads up first, just in case he does deal with her and then decides to deal with them as well.
As far as you know, Violet, are these just wild beasties or someone controlling them?
I have no idea. I've just been...
I'm really glad to see that you were trying to figure out an alternative solution to this problem.
I was just told by someone that it would make life easier if
Who?
we made sure. I don't know, some guy from the Sky Den trying to make a little bit of extra money.
You
What's
don't
his
like
name?
your kneecaps, do you?
Who from the Sky Den?
Oh, I don't know, some... She's like looking down and you've kind of... The Eldritch Blast is like just kind of scraped across her kneecap to the point where it's still functional, but God, it hurts.
Yeah.
And she's looking down, she's kind of like, I don't know, some tabaxi. Just
Suk just
go ahead
punches her knee.
Okay, what?
That was good. Do more of that.
When
the response team was made up by some volunteers, the city guard and some other folks, and some of the folks upstairs decided that it'd be a good time to make money, because of course they thought that. Well, they've been getting a fair amount off me.
Oh, God. Where are they getting money? Are you looting the corpses down here after these things eat them?
No, I'm paying them for the eggs.
Oh, you're buying eggs.
And they're going ahead and when the city guard aren't looking in the other parts of the city, when they're fighting these things off, they go ahead and, well, they loot the eggs and other stuff. I don't know. I don't ask them, I just pay them to try and protect people.
Athnos is just like pinching the bridge of his nose, just slumping back down against the wall. Oh, God damn it. Are you
When
sure
they
you don't
coming
know
next?
this Tabaxi's name?
What was that, Soup?
When they coming next?
I'm expecting. I've got probably another couple of days worth of eggs, so I would expect probably tomorrow.
Well,
God damn it.
you've met this person multiple times. What do they look like? You said tabaxi. That is a very general definition.
I don't know. They seem to be constantly kind of covered up and robed. You can see the facial features, but not a whole lot more. And they did give me their name.
So how do you know what master they serve, or if they serve themselves? You made a deal that you don't even know if it's true or if it works. Your incompetence has gotten other people killed. You need...
Oh, she was very competent.
Oh, at one thing, yes.
I was just trying to save the majority.
Oh, shut up. You
Sacrifice
justify
the
this one more
few.
time, I'm going to put you in the hole. Orin, I want to hear what you have to say.
Ishton, roll an intimidation check.
13.
13. That'll still
14
be
minus
enough.
1.
Hey. I mean, that'll still be enough. As you say this and the glaives to the throat, her head just bows. She's looking down at the wound that Athenos has given her.
Yeah. I believe her.
Still a shite philosophy. Sacrifice the few to save the many. Your whole city's under attack by these things. And instead of banding together and fighting, you're killing each other. It's fucking pathetic.
They are not just killing each other. They selected me and the soup for death. Let us not forget this.
And you said you didn't underestimate us? Oh, sister. You surely did.
Soup just flicks her knee to kind of catch her attention. And they go,
She kind of looks up to you, Soup.
My snake friend, he asked for a name.
I don't know names.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think I know.
he just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think I know who it is. Oh god.
She visibly just...
Where are the rest of the eggs you have?
There. Upstairs. Third drawer. There's a little lever inside the drawer. Go ahead and just give that a pull. There's a little compartment underneath the bar.
That's not an alarm or anything that I would be pulling.
Who would be able to help me now?
I don't know, but revenge can be taken long after people are dead, as we are the revenge of people who you have sent down here. You've made me extremely
Her head just goes back to this
Coach was-
bowed position. Just a
Coach was
heavy
gonna-
breath leaves her lungs.
He's going to walk up, and then he's going to take a just like a small bandage out of his pack, and then he's gonna look up to Ishton and Athenos, and he's like, if you think I'm new to all of this, if you think that there's no way that actual justice will be done, I'll leave her here. If not, I'll patch her up, and there'll be a trial, and maybe there'll be a professional interrogation. We can find out what's going on, maybe expose something higher. I don't know anymore.
I kind of
I
want to
looked
go
at-
after this. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just looked to Ishton like, it's your choice.
I have seen how justice works on land. It is nothing.
Okay.
It does nothing.
I don't think we should just kill her right now. We might be able to use her. I, for one, would like to have a discussion with this Tabaxi. And if we can get a surprise on him. She says he's coming tomorrow. So
Bait?
maybe we use her as bait.
Sounds good to me.
This Tabaxi, he is making money selling eggs. She is directly choosing who will live and who will die. If we use her as bait, that is it. She is done after that.
Sure, but get the usefulness out of her first, right?
I am not opposed to this plan.
And then I do have an idea to keep her from. And you see, he pulls out like it's basically just like, it looks like it's just this little carrying case, just for like bolts and stuff like that. And he starts to empty them out into the bag, and then he starts working for a second, and then you see he creates this little, it's basically just this copper sphere almost. And then he puts one of the eggs on the inside, and then he goes and he takes out his tinkering tools and he starts to attach it to her back. And so that way it's like right there. It hasn't exploded or anything yet, but it's there. And then he's like, anybody can hit that, and justice will find her. I don't know. I'm gonna go get. I don't know what to do. It's gonna, and he just kind of like sits down in the corner and he's just kind of staring.
I want a list of all of the people that she has selected for the basement before now and tonight if there are others upstairs. When we are done with her, I want them to have a chance to help us. Or their families.
I'll agree to that.
I kept a list for when this was all over. To go ahead and give to the town guard.
You liar! You did not put my name on a list. You do not know my name.
Not yours.
No, not mine.
I was gonna find out when it was all said and done.
No, you weren't. No, you.
Anyway,
Second
Athena
floor
just
in my
stands up.
bedroom.
And Athena just stands up and goes, I'm gonna get my gold back. And just goes up the stairs.
You can go ahead and head upstairs. There's no one currently serving at the bar right now. There's a lot of the patrons have left after Oren's little escapade. They've gone ahead and decided, maybe not safe.
Yeah, let's
but
not risk it.
yeah, the kind of register area is pretty open. You can go ahead and grab. There's actually a little bit more money in there as well, depending
In
on.
that case, I'm taking everything.
You see Jotaro suddenly remembers something and he runs up. He's like, and he runs upstairs. And then as
You
you're
probably
you're
see
like-
me raiding the register then, I guess.
he sees you raiding in the
Suddenly
register. He's-
remembers that Athenos is thief.
No. He runs over and he's like, Athenos, hand me the siren's tear. He points to the bottle that's up on the shelf he can't reach.
Oh, okay. He just grabs it and hands it.
And,
I don't
then
know
he's like,
how much you can handle that, but okay.
Well, she couldn't reach this before. There was another bar person here. I don't remember. They were taller though. Keep an eye out.
and he's gonna run
Nice
back down
dream.
to the basement. And as he does, he's like, I have a way to keep her from escaping or getting away, and you don't have to hold the glaive to her the whole time.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my.
That's one way to do it.
Well, he takes out a little collapsible cup from his collapsible mess kit, pours a little, hands it to her.
You're joking me,
Drink
right?
up, please.
It's like a It's like a once over across the whole party. She goes ahead and takes a swig.
I'm gonna make a con save.
Nice.
With disadvantage, I want to point that out. No. Just say that real quick because just want to say that real quick because
Now that you're on the receiving end of this.
Yeah.
Well done.
She's not even going to need the disadvantage because with a 6 minus 1, that's not going to make it. So you watch as she goes ahead and knocks back this shot of Siren's Tear. There's a solid second where she's kind of still eyeing everyone up. And all of a sudden, she's eyeing everyone up.
Good night.
Her head begins to tilt. She's eyeing everyone up. And she just kind of slumps down and slumps out. She is out cold.
Ocher puts it in his pack. You're putting the lid back on.
That was good.
How much gold do I find, by the way?
Yeah, that was going to be my next comment. So you find 12 gold, 10 silver, and 43 copper.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
You're so humane.
So, that happened.
I warned you about staying with me. I warned you.
This had nothing to do with that.
That-
And
What
look what
headache do you
happened.
think?
If I wouldn't have been here with you, you couldn't have saved me from those. I would have been here and I had to lay down and I would have been.
What headache do you think she was talking about, Jotra? You don't have
Usually
a
my
lot of
talking-
muscle. That wasn't what she meant.
Oh. Well, that's okay. So we know she knows magic now.
I knew that the moment we walked in the door.
Oh, well, that's good.
You would not have been chosen.
Revenge.
Let's just look. Shall we compare? Just
No.
for a moment. No? Okay. I make my point.
Wait,
I want you.
you saying she's choosing people who can't use magic?
She is choosing people who she thinks are less valuable. And also muscular, because you and I, we are very strong. So that is the other reason why she chose us. But yes, she chooses the people she thinks are not worthwhile. And on that basis, she chose me and you because you are with me. And very strong, that too.
She's been doing this every day for 5 days. There's no way that everybody was marked.
It is only one example. But like I said, I warned you.
And I took your warning and I made my own decision.
Think we can get more of them bugs?
Oh, yeah, I mean, almost certainly. If we, and he kind of pulls like the jar, and he has one of it in there, and he goes, "There's how many eggs total did we find when we were looking around?"
You found 6.
Okay, so I have
And
one in
the
the
one that
jar,
switched to
one stuck
7.
to her back, and then
It's a bug bomb!
Yeah.
Pretty much.
oh man. And so he's gonna start going over, and he's like, "I mean, I would have tried to fight these things outside the city. I probably never would have gotten in. I've made every wrong decision since we got here. I mean, this is always, I don't know what I'm doing, so worst things can happen, I guess. But we didn't die. We didn't. Nothing bad actually happened. We found somebody and stopped them from doing other bad. So we've got some eggs to work with, though. If we want to try to maybe get together a lot of people and just try to war these bugs down one by one, like just set them all off at the same place, and then try to get a bunch of people to fight them all at the same time to see if we can, I don't know, make
They
people...
were more than a day's travel away. There are probably way more of them than we can just kill one after another.
True, I just meant a large group, not like all of them all together, just whittle them down. 'Cause if they start this size, and he holds up an egg, then they can't get to that in a day, hopefully.
Could we use the tunnels down here, do you think?
They do seem structurally sound from what I was looking at, but they might decay over time. Naturally dug tunnels don't have any support structure inserted into them, so it's not entirely safe, but it could be informative.
They are also full of bugs.
That too, yes, of course.
Oh, I'm gonna put my hand on Jotra's shoulder. Oh wait, before, how big is the hole? Can Ashtalora fit in there?
The smaller ones Ashtalora can fit through. The largest one, any of you can fit through.
I don't want the cat to go in the tunnels.
Can Jotra fit in the small ones?
It would be a horrific squeeze, but yes.
I'm gonna put my hand on Jotra's shoulder and I'm gonna send Ashtalora down one of the smaller tunnels. As far as she could go.
Does Ashtalora have dark vision?
You know, I've heard Caleb talk about this on Critical Role.
She's
I
not a
don't
cat.
think they do.
No, I don't think the cats do,
Yeah,
even though they
don't,
should.
which is really, really
Which is
ridiculous.
bullshit. Cats do have dark vision.
Although it's a Tressum.
Tressum
Yeah.
do have dark vision.
Yeah, Tressum do, so yeah, you're good.
Magical winged cats.
Stick wings on
Yeah.
it and it can see in the dark.
Bam!
That is biology. That is how that works.
Exactly.
Can see in the dark.
Awesome.
You can see through Ashtalora's eyes, you can see this roughly carved tunnel. You can kind of see jabs across the sides of the walls from where the claws have quite clearly just... And then dirt has been kind of pulled behind. How far are you going?
I think I can see in here up to 100 feet. Where is give it the spell? Where'd it go? Oh god. Nope, that's not it.
Somewhere.
It is
Really?
in here, it sure is.
By this point, Soup has chopped up like all of the.
Just gone ahead and cut all of these Kruthic apart, yeah.
I think Athos walks in at this point as well, like
Yeah,
with
you're-
another bottle of gin in his hand, and he's just stuffing the last few coins in his pouch. Like, guys, this establishment really isn't that great. Didn't find that much money.
I'm gonna go up to Athenos and be like, hey, oh, that was so nice of you to bring gin for everyone else and take it out of his hand.
Okay.
Over to Orin.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's 100 feet, so.
Okay. And I think Find Familiar, you can go like 120 foot away or something like that. So that's like 220 total, technically. As Ashtalora goes ahead and begins to kind of like that cat trot down this corridor. Yeah, down the corridor.
That's what gives her night vision. It's the princess.
It's the princess pause. You get towards the very end of that range. You begin to hear this rumbling. Ashtalora sees this multiple tunnels that have begun to crisscross to this where you can see there is like left, right, diagonal up, diagonal down. It's all kind of amalgamating into a mixture of tunnels.
And there's no like common. They're not like all gathered somewhere.
It looks like a network of tunnels, basically. That's it's like a crossroads.
At that point, you feel a squeeze on your hand.
I'll snap, and then snap again, and Ashtalora appears at my feet, and I'm out of it.
I think I got it. Like these, if this was a natural thing that these things just did, they would just expand out all the time, and we would know of them, if they got up past the wall, they would be a known threat. If somebody's taking and stealing the eggs, what if the bugs are just coming back to get the eggs that they've been stolen from them? If we could clear the eggs out of the city and put them somewhere where they can take them and go back, like, what do y'all think?
They did not come to get the eggs until we swished them.
So they couldn't detect the eggs until they were broken because of the smell.
Yes.
So what if they can't smell them super strongly because the only way they can smell it through after they're from under the ground is when they're broken. But maybe if we put them outside, the wind will take it and they can find their way towards them.
Torn kind of speaks up now as he pulls himself up from the wall and just says, "A sound plan, but probably overcomplicated.
Oh, okay.
More than likely, they've set up a hive underneath the city."
Oh, okay.
Before we do something big like this, go on.
No, I was just thinking that maybe we could use the tunnels to drop something down there and push them out, but
Perhaps before we try to find a solution to a problem we do not understand, we should get more information.
Yes.
I agree. I think that's why we have to talk to the Tabaxi. Figure out what his angle is.
I'm tired.
You're drunk.
How big is this room?
I mean, what's the regular size of an inn basement, I suppose?
Well,
It's,
my
20 by 20.
my point is there anywhere in the room to have a conversation where the rest of the people in the room wouldn't be able to hear?
The area is relatively open, so no.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to go right into the corner and we're hush-hush, and even then there's a chance. So you'd probably have to go into a different room,
Right.
realistically.
I mean, we've all seen Friends. You can turn around away from someone and have a normal conversation, and the person
Right?
behind you won't hear you.
Well, we will go down into the tunnel in order to... No, that's a bad idea.
And then Ishton was eaten. No, just kidding. That bug didn't survive.
Finished and came up with another dead bug.
Probably more likely just, hey, look what I found.
It was eavesdropping, so I just had to teach her a lesson about privacy.
Well, how do we get ready for tomorrow?
Sleep. Food as well. Food. Yeah, food as well. I'm hungry.
Soup has some food, I think. Is it good soup?
He like takes one and he's just like just eats at it like ravenously.
I know the fire beetles at home when properly prepared, but the smell of these ones are quite different.
I don't know if I would recommend eating them.
Okay.
I'm gonna make meatballs.
He goes
I
Goes
love him so
up
much.
toward the inn and just takes off with this giant like sack full of bug parts.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's another innkeeper, right? I'm assuming it's like her wife. Yeah.
Oh
Where's she?
yeah.
Does she know?
I was gonna say, Violet is unconscious, if that's who you're asking.
Violet's unconscious, but
Right, but yeah, wasn't there another one that like reached the bottle for her?
Hmm?
Let us go find that one.
who?
Also, they put us in the basement because they wanted us to get eaten by bugs. There actually might be rooms with beds.
Oh yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
I think staying down here might be a good idea, though. At least to keep an eye on, well, her and the hole.
But probably not a good place to sleep. We can do shifts of watch down here.
Yeah, this is the place to watch.
Let us go find the innkeeper.
Okay.
Athenos, do you need to stay here? Yes.
Yeah.
I will
I'll
stay with you. I will stay.
All right, then. That's fine. I was gonna just post up with the bottle of gin that you brought.
Oh,
But-
take it with you.
Okay. And then Jotro
Okay,
starts that
Let's
out.
go.
Soup as the first. Yeah, Soup as the first to leave. You come up upstairs. The inn is now empty on this floor. There is no one here. You have noticed, however, that all of the bottles have been ransacked and taken from the bar area, as well as a scattered empty pouch with just some lint that has been kind of left on the side by an individual.
Who will remain unnamed.
You can go ahead to the little kitchen-y part, and I mean, it'll do. It's not particularly fancy, but it's enough for the inn to serve relatively decent food.
Okay. He starts like taking these bug parts and like finding particularly meaty ones, and he like boils a pot of water and like starts like boiling them up. Once he does, he's gonna chop them up and like roll them
Oh my god.
into little like meatballs.
You have do you
Yes.
have proficiency in cook's tools?
He does not.
Okay. Make a performance check. I won't impose disadvantage just because you've probably done this a few times before, so.
Well, I rolled a 16 plus 0.
They come out pretty darn good.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit better than you're used to, actually. You're kind of looking, you're like, I almost don't want to share these. As everybody else leaves one by one, you also now see this rather ransacked bar. In fact, Oren, as you've come up, you've already been in here once. A couple of the stools are actually missing, and one of the tables in the back corner is just gone. You can't really figure it out. It's just...
Good lord. A bunch of savages in this town.
You can hear the boiling of water from one of the rooms nearby, and there doesn't appear to be any other sounds outside or upstairs.
Are there any bottles left?
There are a few. Not many. Mostly the crappy stuff.
Jotro goes and picks one up and kind of looks at it. Okay. Pours it in a little cup. Then he corks it back up and puts it in his pack, and then he's just sitting there. And like as he just goes over to one of the empty booths and he just sits in it, and he just kind of scoots his tiny little self into the center, and he kind of just looks out across the bar and he's like, okay. And he just starts sipping.
Have you ever had a drink called White Lightning?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh God.
Because that is what it is. It's just super low quality vodka.
White
Just
Ugh.
And
Moonshine.
anybody who
super
sees Jotro
low
take the
quality
sip,
vodka.
you just see him just. I'm.
As this
Oren's
is going
gonna kind
on-
Why
of.
do
Sorry,
I not
go.
have
No, go ahead.
prestidigitation?
Go ahead, Oren.
Oren's gonna kind of come up to Jotra and kind of look at him and like, "You doing all right there, lad? You look a bit shaken. Would you prefer some gin rather than that crap you're drinking?"
I don't think it matters. This is supposed to be easy. That lied. That didn't know. Said just make the good decision. Just do what's right, and then it's just gonna be easy. And it's not.
The right decision.
Suck at this.
The right decision's never the easy one.
No, you're just supposed to pick whatever is right. Like, do the good thing, and then it's easy, and that's how you adventure. And I'm gonna be so good at it because I'm so smart. Yeah, great. Not. This is all very complicated.
You're doing fine, lad. You're doing the right thing.
No, you are all doing fine. I'm stumbling my way around trying to figure out what the hell to do next. According to all the information that we have now, if we would have gone with my ideas, we could have been killed no less than 3 times. I am not good at this.
That's why it's called an adventuring party. No one goes off adventuring just by themselves willy-nilly. That's stupid. And trust me, I've been alone a long time. It's fucking rough. It's better when you've got people around to watch your back.
Exactly. I probably would have died if I hadn't have met you on the road.
No, you
So are you.
won't.
Jotra.
One thing. This is all bad. I don't. Adventurers are supposed to help and solve problems and everything, and I don't even know which is the right problem to solve. We have a psychopath who is feeding people to fucking giant bugs because of fucking Tabaxi told her that would keep them away. That doesn't make. How could do people come to these conclusions? You can't. There's no people. They're insane. They don't make sense.
Of course not. They're people. There's one truth in this universe. People are shite.
That's not a truth. And if people are shite, then we're shite. I want to believe.
That's the point, right? Try not to be shite.
I think there's two kinds of people. There are people, everyone is shite, but there are people who try to not be, and there are people that don't bother to do better. They don't try to make things right. They're okay being shite.
There's a few heavy footfalls as Torn steps forward and looks directly at Jotra and just says, "Hey, Quill Sharpener, fuck the fuck up. You're a smart guy. You don't just get smart. You learn. You practice. You make mistakes. That's how you learn. So whatever this little self-pity thing is, relax. You're learning. You're new to this. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're just going to end up in a pit that you're not going to be able to get out of. Trust me."
The giant fucking ant thing, bug.
That I believe you killed 2 of.
But I didn't kill it. The exploding keg killed it.
Which you threw.
I didn't even throw it.
You also threw a stone through one of its fucking heads. It bounced off the ground.
That was pretty great.
You've got some skills there.
I just need help making decisions because I need to. I was too confident. I think I'm just gonna step back and kind of watch for a little bit.
Learn.
This is awful, and he points to his cup. And he's like, "This is terrible."
Orin's gonna take your cup and dump it and pour some gin out of his bottle and give it back to you.
Thank you. And then
Athenos grabbed one of the better bottles before everybody else ravaged the place.
Of course I did. I know my alcohol. I know what's good.
As this is going on upstairs, Ishton, Athenos, what's going on in the basement?
Did the princess cat leave with them?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Currently sitting next to Jotra and making biscuits.
So wherever Athenos is, I imagine lying down.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Ishton's gonna sit next to him and pat him on the shoulder, and say, "I did warn you."
Yeah, and that was fucking fun.
Yes, it was. That was fucking fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I've swayed that much since I've been on a boat though.
But you kicked ass.
still decent shot.
Yes, always. I knew you would be. I knew. How did you hear me?
I don't know.
Because
It was
I shouted
in my
and I
head.
knew I was not What?
Like in my head.
In your head?
Yeah, I don't know if it was just like no one else heard it, so it has to be in my head, or I was just drunk. But you seem to have you did call me apparently, so in my head.
Without telling me why necessarily, because I don't know if I need you to. Am I familiar with this, Ray?
You're aware of certain spells and certain effects that can create those bonds, but they're usually temporary and they're usually caused by something.
I've not heard of this among my people.
Something this out of the blue is strange.
Okay. You heard in your head my voice. I did not. Do you have that spell? You would have to cast it.
I don't know how this spell stuff works, so I really don't know.
Try to speak to my head. I mean, in my head.
Okay.
Not correct.
I'm gonna try and speak to her. It's gonna be like, hello, testing, 1 2 1 2. I just wanna like really concentrate, like closing my eyes and try and like reach out and talk to her.
As you kind of come into yourself, you begin to focus. It's actually really tough to get to the same place that you felt Ishton's voice. It takes a little while before you finally kind of sink in enough. Ishton, you can hear just drips and drabs of Athenos' voice. It's not very clear, but it's there. You kind of hear testing. It's just, like garbled noise, like radio radio transmission problems.
And if it's because of what I think is happening, I think you'd notice, Ishton, that the branding on his wrists are glowing slightly.
As you take a look at Athenos' wrists, Ishton, you actually take a look at your own. And there's a small blue glow wrapped around your glaive wrist. And as soon as Athenos stops talking, it vanishes. It's just your regular skin and scales.
I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed, so did you hear anything? Did it work?
I did, and more. I did, and your wrist and mine.
And yours?
And mine.
Oh, fuck.
This is strange. Very strange.
Honestly, I don't know why I'm surprised.
You're not surprised, because I find this very strange and surprising, and I know a lot more about magic than you do.
No, I mean, he dropped me on your island for a reason.
It was not him, it was the sea that brought you to me. Not him.
It wasn't. It was him. I was going to die. And then he asked me if I wanted to live. I said yes. And then I was on your island.
He may have kept your life, but Huntmate, I will never believe that it was him that brought you to me. It was the sea. Do you hear me?
If you say so.
I do. Now tell me about the tabaxi. We will worry about the glowing wrist strange thing some other time.
Yeah. If it's who I think it is, I'm not surprised. He's always the type to go for the easy money.
Is that our person?
Yes.
Oh no. All right. We must have time with him before they do whatever they're going to do to him.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it. I guess this is an excuse to fight him, I guess. And that'll be fun. Unless he runs away. He's also the type to run away.
Then we will catch him. And you will help me convince the others that this innkeeper cannot live.
Yeah. They tried to kill you, and we're probably gonna try and kill the rest of us with whatever plot this was. So, yeah, I think it's fair.
Their people, their system for dealing with these things, they will not do justice. So it must come from our hands, because it was me and Soup that she threatened.
Yeah.
All right.
If it was anyone else, I really would not care.
Well, I mean, I would care, but probably I would not take that risk for myself. I would probably let them all tear her to pieces themselves. But it was me, and so I want her dead by our hands.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm hungry.
I will find you food, but I do not want to leave you alone. So hopefully they think to bring us food. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't know how hard they think about things.
You know who thinks really hard about things?
Yes, but accurately.
All right. Soup.
Yeah.
I imagine you've probably headed out of the kitchen with your meal prepared.
Oh yes, he looks very proud of this. He's holding this large platter of these like rolled up purplish looking like meat wads, and it's so large you can't really see him, so it's just kind of moving along the floor.
Oh, so cute, but kind of gross.
Only if you know what's in it.
Meat wads? Meat wads.
Meat wads.
Meat wads.
It's just sausage.
That's some full gas.
That's super blood.
As you step out, Torn doesn't even hesitate. He just goes ahead, grabs one, takes a bite out of it, and just goes, I've had worse. Not bad.
Orn will reach up, grab one.
Jotra will have to get up on the table, walk across it, then he can pick up one, and then walk back to his seat.
Oh, you're all short. It's fine.
Yeah,
you're all
short.
you're all about the same height.
Yeah.
And munch
You got
into
this.
it.
Torn had to like reach down a bit, kind of, to grab one off of Soup's. Yeah.
Aaron will watch everyone else's reactions before taking one.
Does it taste?
Not too bad. Like it's not. I mean, it's very obvious what it is, but like as soon as you take a bite, it's like it's not. It's decently seasoned. It's. I don't know if you've ever actually eaten
Crab
bug.
ball?
No.
I was gonna say I don't actually know whether you've actually eaten like insects, but there's that very specific like crunch.
I have.
Which is
It's
then-
not great.
Yeah, it's not fantastic. If you ever have.
No.
Yeah, it's this crunch filled with like this umami, like kind of just weirdly plain meat, but
Like,
it's
slimy,
actually seasoned.
yet
Yeah,
satisfying.
yeah, a little slimy, but it's actually been very well cooked and very well
Just
seasoned.
quote the
So
fucking line.
Yeah, I did.
It's
What
come
did you
full
say?
circle now.
slimy but satisfying.
You quoted the line.
Here come the
Accurate.
Disney lawyers.
I mean, to be fair, like most of those characters probably did eat bugs.
Oh, Jotra's
So-
one of his favorite meals is bugs. It's that's why I was gonna ask if it tastes anything like kind of like at the home fire beetles that they eat.
Less spicy.
I'm like judging, but Ishton eats raw squirming fish, so
Yeah. Less spicy and less flavorful.
Okay.
But soup's done a good job. It doesn't taste terrible. You would expect it to taste terrible, but it actually tastes all right.
Good job, Soup. Where did you learn to cook?
In the woods. Yes. Not sure. Yeah.
He just kind of like scoots away from you as you
Just see
try
the
to
platter
engage
only.
him.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Can I wander into the kitchen area and I guess take inventories or anything else? Or this is like totally ransacked.
The kitchen has some vegetables, some kind of like low quality meat. You've got enough for kind of breakfast, and then to grab a few rations for the road, but there's nothing fantastic. A lot of stuff has been taken. There is a set of cook's utensils, if anybody wants those.
I'll take them. I
You
don't know
have a
who's
set
gonna
of-
use them, but I want them.
Yeah. You have a set of cook's utensils.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Orin's gonna kind of reach over to Jotra and just kind of put his hand on his shoulder and be like, "You feeling better, lad? You gonna be all right by yourself for a bit?"
Oh yeah, no, it's not that I'm not gonna be okay. It's just you just have to sit with it sometimes and realize where you're actually at. I think I'm gonna go find a bed. And he kind of starts to wander upstairs, and then are there any doors that are open upstairs?
Torn's actually going to go ahead and cast alarm across the front door, and then he's going to come up and join you. And as you
that's what behind Jotra.
As you both step upstairs, it looks like there are multiple multiple doors that are currently partially opened.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, was go upstairs.
Yeah.
So
as you're going along the corridor, you can see that pretty much every room is empty and has not been used for a little while, actually.
Just gonna go into one and then just kind of pull back the covers, jump in, and just try to roll over and stare at the wall, pretending like he's gonna be able to find sleep until he does.
So absolutely no sign of the other barkeep.
Nope. Not up here.
You thirsty.
Eridan's gonna chop up some of the vegetables. Hopefully they're ones that you can just like, is it like carrots and like things you snack on? It's not like...
It's like root veg, yeah.
Okay, cool. It's a bar, so I'm assuming like bar food, whatever, I don't know.
Cheese sticks, you know, really greasy French fries.
No. Oh, well, I'm thinking like carrots and
Scratchings.
celeries. Celeries? Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll cut up some of the. Since there's not much, just cut up some vegetables, and I'll head back downstairs because I remember Athenos whining. Also, I don't seem to remember that Ishton and Athenos are still down there. So I'll go down there.
I imagine they're still probably chatting away. Are you bringing some of Soup's mysterious meatballs with you? Or
bug balls.
Not much mystery.
Well, for us, but you could serve them to someone else.
You wish it was a mystery meatball.
It's a mystery how they taste so good. That's the mystery.
Yeah.
You've got your branding now. That's the tagline.
If Soup and hasn't taken them, if they're just, I don't know, if there's a few of those, it'll be like.
Considering the amount of creatures you killed, there's gonna be a few of these. Like, there's gonna be a lot. You're good.
Yeah, I'll take some of those down too. Yeah, so I'll shut the door behind you and walk downstairs.
So, Ishton and Athenos, towards the end of your conversation, you see Eridan walking down with 2 plates.
Oh,
Perfect.
Hello.
Hey.
There's not much left in the kitchen. They ransacked. This is Soup made these. I'm personally a little scared to try them, but everyone else said they were good, so.
Oh, is that what he was cutting up the monsters for? Monster meatball. Okay, I will have monster meatball.
I'm not gonna say no to food. I've eaten worse.
Yes, me too.
Oh, you're not going. I thought you said you were going to say no. I was like, it's because I made it and he doesn't like me. Damn it.
He's still okay. He's on his back still, puts the plate on his stomach and just eating it from
Athenos, sit up, you will choke. You must sit up when you eat. You must sit up when you eat.
Fine, okay. It's like sits up reluctantly, like, yeah.
I have told you before.
I'm just comfortable, I just didn't want to move, okay?
Well, now you moved and you can do it and you will be fine and you will not choke and die because then you would never move again. Eridan, thank you for bringing us the food.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome. You two have been traveling together for a while, right?
Traveling? No. been around together for a while, though.
But yes, we know each other well.
There's no sign of the other barkeep. The bar's empty.
Okay.
Torn and Jotra had gone upstairs. I think Lauren followed them.
This is bad news, because if she got away, then she will have been warning the Tabaxi, yes?
Yeah, if she's involved with this, yeah, she definitely would.
I mean, I feel like it would be very strange if it was her in and there were bugs coming through the floor at the basement on a daily basis and she did not know.
Yeah, it would be.
I thought Violet was the owner. Or were they both the owner?
They seem like a couple, right? Or
You saw the taller lady give Violet a kiss on the forehead and kind of was affectionate. So that's probably the conclusion you could draw.
So
I mean, maybe she was very good at lying.
That's also a thing. I am pretty good at lying, so.
It's rats. It's just rats.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but she would have noticed that people went downstairs and they did not come back up.
Yeah.
And there were no other kinds of mystery meatballs. So she could guess.
Oh my God, Sweeney Todd up in here.
Swing your razor wise.
Hello,
So it's very strange. What do you think? Do you think it would be worth it to try finding her, or should we stay?
Or find the Tabaxi before she does.
That Violet mentioned that he's staying at the Sky Den. If you want to go now, we can. And
Are you okay to go now?
yeah, just needs to eat a bit more. I'll be good. These are some really good meatballs, by the way. I need to compliment the chef. Like, great, this is great.
But we don't know what he looks like.
That is true.
Well, Athenos, you know what he looks like.
Yes, I know. I do. But
I know he knows.
You know.
And we could drag the innkeeper with us, but she has a bug bomb on her back, and that would probably be a little attention grabbing.
Yeah.
Put a cloak over her.
She would have a strange hump. All right,
Okay.
that works.
Yeah. I have seen weird.
Out there. Give me one day out there.
Sorry.
I think our main problem is that she is, I just points at her, like, I guess she's in the hallway. Did you pull it in? But she's unconscious.
Yes, that would be harder to explain.
Yeah.
Well, some of us go and others wait, I guess, but he seems very powerful, and we should probably not do that.
Yes, I don't think splitting up would be very good.
But he will run or bring others here to try to get us before we get word out. So the other option is to make sure everyone here knows what happened. Surely someone can bring her back.
That's true. That's a good point.
So we bring everyone here who are family of the one she killed, and we tell them what happened, and then we go find the Tabaxi. Or we bring her back to life, and then we will take her to go find the Tabaxi.
Bring her back to life.
Well, I didn't just wake her up. It was just like a metaphor, like, you know.
No, I was just concerned. I was like, oh, I didn't.
I killed her while you were upstairs just for fun.
I mean,
it's plausible.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad that I came to the right conclusion. It's okay. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, I take it as a compliment. It's all right.
Okay, well, that's great.
I was just openly laughing at this point. He was like,
I mean,
perhaps when the others are done eating, we should get their opinion on either choice.
Yeah.
Ray, I have a quick question.
Hello.
What was the description of the other barkeep?
Tall, relatively muscular, kind of like long blonde hair, kind of tied up. So it's like one like ponytail tie and then two ties off to the side that come down across her chest.
So likely to leave perhaps some hair somewhere.
It's possible.
Okay. Just asking.
Yeah. So, you folks are currently having this conversation downstairs. What are we doing on the ground floor? Just chilling.
Soup is going to be looking, because he's already eaten. He's going to be looking for this thing.
Okay. I'm actually going to say roll survival.
-1 to survival. Which is interesting. But he gets me a 10.
A 10, okay. You're taking a look around. You can see a few kind of like a few hairs and some scuffs and stuff like that scattered around. Nothing gives you a proper indication of where they might be, though. You do kind of take a second look around the building. You do see that on this floor anyway, that there is no sign of this individual.
Okay.
Oren, what are we up to?
I think after kind of searching, like trying to search like the upstairs, looking for signs of it, the other barkeep, and just not finding anything, we kind of go in and double check on Jotra, just kind of maybe tuck him in a little. And then
if you're going upstairs and checking like the individual,
well, we were already there, right?
Jotra and Torn went up. I didn't hear whether you went up as well, but that's fine.
Oh yeah, I was going up. That was my plan. Like when I left originally, I was like,
awesome.
"Are you gonna be okay?" And then I was gonna go upstairs.
Okay, wicked.
And then everybody went upstairs, so I just went.
If you're checking individual rooms, roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. Investigation. 6.
Doing so well.
There is one room at the very, very end with a double bed in comparison to all of the single rooms that you've seen. It grabs your attention, but looking around, you don't find anything particular.
All right, so I guess I'll just make my way back down to the basement.
Okay.
Kind of come back down there and... Well, it looks like this place is just fucking empty. What's going on down here? No more beasties.
No more beasts. We're trying to figure out what to do next.
Yeah, at this point, I think Athos is a bit more sober. I think DM, am I a bit?
Yeah, it's starting to fade. You're kind of. It's more the adrenaline and the kind of irritation that's driving you now.
Yeah. So like he just like fixing himself up a bit. Definitely doing the whole hair thing, trying to fix his hair. Yeah, we have to. So if this barkeep is gone, they're probably warning this tabaxi. So we either have the choice of resting, which I'm not against because I'm tired. But if we do rest, the tabaxi is probably going to run away. We can also just head up to the Sky Den on our own. But again, that's going to leave the barkeep roaming free at this point. What was the other option again?
Telling everyone about what the barkeeps were doing.
That was a combo. It was like a 2-part. We go up to the Sky Den after we tell everybody and leave her with them to do with as they wish. So long as what they wish is what we want them to do.
Yeah, that. So, what do you think, Oren?
Well, you know this guy, right? Is he the type to run or get reinforcements?
No. What guy?
Didn't you say you know this Tabaxi?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, did he not say that in character?
Well, he did to me,
Yeah.
but you were upstairs.
I was
there was
upstairs.
also,
I wasn't
I
there.
mean, when the barkeep did mention it, Athenos did do the whole, oh.
Yeah.
All right.
The question
So-
is, who was paying attention to that?
Okay. Yeah, no, Oren probably did not fucking
Okay.
notice that shit. Alright, never mind.
Have a pretty high wisdom. Just
I
saying.
mean, if Oren, I'm just saying, if Oren has high insight, I won't be against him noticing that.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Okay. Okay.
Would a passive
Oren doesn't
insight
have
of,
a high anything.
would a passive insight of 15 do the trick?
I don't know. I'm pretty deceptive. I don't know how it'd work. I don't know.
We can, if you want to roll for it, you can, or you can come to an agreement. It's up to you.
Also drunk.
Do you want to? Yeah, that is true. I was drunk.
Yeah.
You could say you could say like you get the feeling there's some kind of history, but to what degree?
I think I picked up
You're not
on it.
entirely sure. Yeah, you
Personally.
picked up on some kind of history, but to what
Yeah,
degree?
yeah.
You're not entirely sure.
So,
Whatever. We'll keep it
retroacting
fair.
that, what do I think? Well, I mean, it depends on what we think this guy's like. If he's the kind that's gonna get reinforcements, I say we should probably, attack now. But I don't know.
I'm not against that either. You can just go up now.
I mean, we can go find him, but she looks like she's pretty out. As long as we're back within a few hours, I don't think there's going to be any trouble.
No, we are
Alright.
not leaving her alone if she is alive. We will not let her have a chance to escape no matter what. Her wife could come back.
So what's your suggestion? Just kill her?
It is an option. She
Or
is
we
not
can
useful.
take her with us. That is also an option.
You volunteering to drag the body?
No.
No, we wake her up. You know, with the magic,
Or slap.
that works too. Less flashy.
Effective, though.
Yes, would she be useful for us if we brought her with us?
We don't know much about him, so maybe we can ask her just a few more questions. At least get some kind of meeting place that she might meet him at.
Or she can reach out to him and schedule a sooner meeting. If there was some sort of emergency, like people discovering what happened.
Did we have a sense that so she reacted when I walked in the door. Did we see her wife do any magic using at all? No? Okay. It is possible that she will get to him, the wife, before we say something. Does anyone have the ability to speak to someone from a distance? Do you think she is powerful enough to do that? Otherwise, if we try to get a message to him, he will have heard from her wife already, we should assume.
So I'm hearing we just go straight up.
Wake her up, get her to talk to him. Arrange a meeting, get him closer, away from where her wife would find him.
Sounds good to me.
Are we ready? And Orange is gonna.
That is a magical slow. No, it's not magical.
Not yet. Soon,
Right,
one day.
Not yet.
You go ahead and just bang across the side of her face, and she's oh. Just immediately grabs her knee and just.
I'm
Oh, it
going-
wasn't a dream.
I am going to Oh, it's not much. I'll do healing hands. It's 2 hit points. Measly 2.
Go ahead and give her a jolt. Just What is it? What are you after? What do you want?
Do you do sending?
Can I do a what?
Sending. Are you that good, or are you a shitty magician?
Magician? I've dabbled. I haven't. It's not a thing I tend to. What?
All right, then. How do you contact the Tabaxi?
They meet us at the at the edge of the quarantine, the quarantine zone. There's kind of a makeshift barrier to stop those creatures from being able to get through. By makeshift, I do mean makeshift. Carts and tables and bits of the house. And
But like anytime, or like when you expect him to?
expecting to meet him sometime in late morning.
All right,
11 o'clock.
Now she is useless. Are we done with her?
Where's your wife? Where would she have gone?
She didn't know. She had no idea. She stays at the bar and then she goes home. She doesn't stay here. She doesn't live here. So she's probably just gone home.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
$15?
15. You get the feeling she's not telling the entire truth.
Okay, so how about we answer that again, but this time truthfully? Is she talking to him right now?
She stays here sometimes with me, but she didn't know anything about what was going on down here.
Did she leave?
Lied to her.
Continue. You lied to her. What'd you tell her?
I didn't want to get her involved. I just said people were staying in the basement. She doesn't like going down there anyway. She doesn't like small spaces.
Did she leave before or after I came up?
Oh, when you came up with to ruin my custom. Yes. She was already going home by then.
I'm sorry, did you say when we came up to ruin your custom?
There is no response.
All right, you mean when we came to rescue to rescue those people from your murder plot? Yes. But I need you to say the truth right now. When we were doing what?
When you found out about what was going on down here.
Thank you. And did what for the people up there? Rescued them from...
And you let them know.
From you. If you lie again or you evade, I think you're useless. I will finish you, yes?
Again, no response. Her eyes drop down to her knee. She's still kind of nursing it. She just goes, she didn't know. She's probably just at home.
Where does she live?
She lives about 10 doors down. Just a small place. Just upstairs from one of the stores. There's nothing. She's got nothing to do with this. Just keep her out of it, please.
She's gonna find out anyway. But at least we know that that's one less person to worry about.
We'll be meeting him at about 10 o'clock in the morning. That was the scheduled pickup at that time.
Sounds good to me. I'm tired.
I want the list of people, if it exists.
Upstairs, my room. Go ahead and take a look under the bed.
Do you still have the things?
The what? Sorry, I actually didn't hear that.
Do you still have the things?
They're things.
Mm-hmm.
They. Part of the deal was that the Tabaxi would get them.
So sweet of you. So the families have no idea where these people went.
I gave the Tabaxi weapons and armor, and I kept the trinkets in the book.
So before we kill her, let us get the list and have her go door to door and tell her neighbors what she did. Yes?
I am going to sleep, but you guys can definitely do that. And Adno just like gets up. It still has a plate of, I think, monster meatballs in his hand. Goes, just goes up the stairs.
It's when you've gone from tipsy to drunk to oh god, I'm drunk. It's that walk of shame of no, I'm done, I'm gone. This is it.
I want the families to have closure, and I think that she should be the one to tell them that. Will it alert if word somehow gets back to Tabaxi friends somehow?
Well, then we wait. Yes?
Yeah.
I think we should wait here and set
I
up
like
the
the
meeting
idea, just
with
time.
her as bait. Yeah.
Mhm.
If we go around telling the entire town, oh look, she's killing people, I mean that's gonna blow the cover, and the
What?
Tabaxi's never gonna come.
We wait until after. They're asleep right now anyway. We wait until after the Tabaxi.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Then I like your idea of parading her through town.
And she will tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
All right. It is a plan.
Need a bell. Need a bell. So we can bing,
Yeah.
shing.
Shame.
While this is going on, I think Soup is going to bring Jotra a glass of water.
Okay. You go ahead and grab some water. Jotra is still kind of cuddled up, I assume, just kind of facing the wall.
Like pulled all the covers around and like kind of like almost like a
In a
little
nest.
pillow fort for his head. Yeah, he's made basically a tiny little nest out of the bedding. And as you tap his shoulder, he kind of turns over. Oh, hi, Soup.
You don't need this.
Oh, yeah, probably. And he takes it and just starts to drink it and does the whole glass in one go. Thank you.
Don't you have a headache?
Me neither, but thank you. Those meatballs were delicious. Reminded me of home. You ever been to the Underdark?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully, if we ever get back down to the city of mirrors, I'll take you to the Wit's Whetstone. And my family makes an amazing. It's a fire beetle that and so it's like spicy and delicious. And if you cook it just right, it won't poison you. But don't worry, they cook it right all the time.
You seem like he goes to the door, opens it up, kind of looks back at you and goes,
You okay?
Yeah. Just sometimes you have days where you realize you were doing things incorrectly and you got to change it and you're disappointed in yourself, but then you know
you can do better tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be okay. Today I gotta be not okay so I can be okay tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Okay, good.
He closes the door.
Good night, Soup! He yells through the door and then he kind of cuddles back up.
I love it so much.
What's everybody else doing as people are beginning to settle into?
I think after we decide on our plan and we tie up, I don't know what we're doing with Violet, putting her somewhere she can't decide to take off in the middle of the night.
I think Ishton has probably bound her in 50 foot of rope, but has just cocooned her like a mummy.
Oh yes. When it is my turn, I have plans for her.
Okay. I feel like Eridan's like, oh, I'll help. You got it. You're good.
I got it. But thank you.
Eridan smiles at like the back and forth that her and Ishton have had a little bit. Kind of makes her happy. Like, oh, maybe she doesn't hate me. This is great.
I ate her meatballs.
I gave her food and she liked it and I didn't eat it, but she didn't reject it on principle, so that's something. So I'll head back upstairs and after saying goodnight to Ishton. And I'll probably find Jotra's room, and if there's a chair in the corner, I'll probably sleep in the chair.
Are you going to be working on the cipher tonight?
I don't want to do that without Jotra.
If you're coming in, because it sounds like Soup just came in. As soon as you came over, you'd come in. Jotra would turn around and be like, "Oh, hi. I was trying to sleep, but I can't sleep. I think I need a problem to solve. Could we look at your book?"
Yes. I'll sit on the bed next to him and open the book and pull out my journal that I have, that I've dedicated to this. And I pull out 2 quills. One for me, one for Jotra.
And I would like you both to roll Arcana checks.
Don't you fail me.
23.
Okay. 18.
All right.
Okay. You managed to work out a little bit more of this cipher over the next couple of hours. You realize that the numbers that were given are ages. There are further numbers that are identification, like codes. As you begin to decipher, as you look over again the first few pages, you see identification code 359, age 737, known sorcerer, illegal implications, job completed by Ralia Varen.
Wait. 359 is the identification number.
Mm-hmm.
Age. Or what was the other number?
I mean, the important part is who the job was completed.
Ralia Varen, job completed.
Ralia Varen. There's another one underneath. Again, identification 24247.
24247.
Age 37. Known to practice the illegal art of hemomancy. Job completed by Ophelia Greyshield. And there's another one underneath that says 34724. Age 53. Criminal to the Magicanum. Job completed by Eridan Azanti.
Oh.
And there's a few more as you go down. And it's so far these. So you see Ralia Varen, Ophelia Greyshield, and Neela Andrissa are the 3 names that you see, as well as Eridan's name, and 2 more that you haven't deciphered yet.
So you did jobs for the magic conum, if that's what we're reading correctly. No, there's a lot to translate still, so I don't know, but practice of hemomancy and then jobs completed by. Do you think they could be the ones who? And he kind of gestures to your arm, and do you think maybe they have a way of blanking memories, and you're going to be one of the jobs we find later? Maybe you didn't like doing it anymore?
I have no idea.
Any of this strike at Cord, Ophelia Greyshield, Ralia Varen. See, would I've ever heard of anybody in this?
Go ahead and make a history check for me.
Construction.
And did I feel anything?
Not currently.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
21? Holy shit.
Nope.
Okay.
These are never names that you've come across in your travels or your studies.
For the Ralia Varan, I wrote down for all of these entries, I wrote down what the jobs were, criminal magic carnum, hemomancer, and the first one was sorcerer.
As you are looking through, they are essentially magic users of some description that have either been marked with using illegal kinds of magic or have used their magic poorly.
And for the Ralia job?
So the Ralia job was just marked as essentially a very elderly sorcerer who had done something that doesn't actually describe what this individual had done. It just simply says known sorcerer and the job completed by.
And then comparing these names, they're none of the names that we deciphered off the first little bit, like the Dotrum 37 Vasilian, Verity 20, location unknown. And so I'm going to flip back to those and be like, I think maybe these are uncompleted and those are completed, but I'm not sure. There's not enough information yet. So,
well, as you actually begin to match them up, you take a look through, and as you begin to kind of match them up together, you realize that the names at first and these jobs match up. So they create one entry.
I'm going to look and see if I can find Ishtin's name on this list.
You begin to take a look through, but you're still working through the cipher. There's still a lot of this book that you haven't checked through. But as you flick through, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception?
Perception.
Oh.
14 minus 1, 13.
You're flicking through the book, and you flick past. You realize that you've now gotten to a couple of blank pages. So you go ahead and pull a few pages back, and you notice one encoded job where the completed by is empty.
I think we should decipher this next.
He's gonna put like a little bookmark like there for it, so we can flip back to it.
Eridan's shaking hand kind of lands on your wrist, and she's shaking a little bit.
He grabs your hand like and just encompasses it entirely in his smaller ones. It's okay. Are you okay? You want to talk about it?
What if I done something terrible?
You haven't done anything terrible. Your history started a few weeks ago. Whoever that was, they might be whoever they were, but they don't have a chance anymore. Whatever they did made them erased. You're not erased. And you can build from here, and if it does come back, you can build better. I mean, nobody has a perfect past, and we all are making decisions based on what we know, and you know more now, and you know, there's always a chance memories are weird. There's a chance that at any point in our lives somebody could be like, do you remember that thing you did that was terrible? And we don't, but maybe we did something, mean or awful, and I don't think, maybe you stole this book. Maybe this book is because you're one of the people in it, not one of the, it says completed by, but you don't know if this is even your name. It could have been the last name that you had. Maybe you're, and he kind of flicks back to the, maybe you're the 53-year-old criminal. I mean, this is not I don't look 53, but I don't know how tieflings age.
That's really, you insulted her age. That's the bad part about this situation.
It's Jotra. He's got a -1 to wisdom. He's
like, even having only known Jotra for like a month-ish now, she's not phased. Like, that is a compliment from Jotra,
it could just be the last thing that you remember, and that's the name that you remember because they did something to you. You're not necessarily, I mean, we'll find out. We don't have enough information, and I'm learning you can't connect things that aren't connected no matter how much you feel you can. And so we'll connect it when we have the dots, right? With enough string. In the meantime, I know you're awesome. He kind of he pulls himself up onto the chair and hugs her around the neck. You're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. As you hug him back, he hugs even tighter. He's like, the world is weird right now, but we're gonna be okay.
You promise you'll still be my friend, even if you find out what I did?
You've been my friend, and that's, like I said, I don't care. Feel just like the tiniest drop of moisture hit the back of your neck as he's hugging you, and then as he pulls back, and you don't see a tear, like it's like, but you definitely felt a little bit on the back of your neck. And as he kind of hops down, he's like, "So, we solved a little bit of problem though. We've taken a step forward, and a step forward is better than a step back, right?"
And maybe we can do some good with this information.
Right? Maybe we can figure out how to, if the jobs are bad jobs, we have a list of them to undo them eventually.
Yeah, maybe we can use this to help people, and maybe that will make it right. Or it's a step. Yeah.
I know,
it's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Go ahead and take the bed. And then he's gonna, I like the ground a little more anyway. I'm used to hard surfaces. And he kind of he pulls off one pillow, and it covers half of his body when he lays down on it. So he just kind of kind of props himself up and he lays down, and then go ahead.
Are you sure?
Of course, yeah. Oh, actually, and he gets up and he runs to one of the other rooms real quick, and he brings back 4 pillows and makes himself a tiny bed. And he pulls one of the covers that he stole from the other room, and then he pulls it over. There! Easy.
Okay. You get the bed next to the place we stay, though.
I mean, they're never my size anyway. It's okay.
Ashtalora curls up next to Jotra.
And as she does, he kind of pats her on it. He's like, "No, her for tonight." Picks her up and he puts her on the bed, and then as her goes to, and then he's gonna pull out his little disc of music, put it into his palm, and then he's gonna play it next to his head as he goes to sleep.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything before they take their rest?
Before it is someone else's turn to watch this woman, I will be sitting against the wall across from her, with my arms just balanced on my knees and my glaive in my hand, looking at her and turning it around and around and around and looking at her for hours. And if she falls asleep, I will nudge her just a little and then look at her and turn my glaive around and around and around. And that is all.
And during the entire time, she never locks eyes with you. Not once.
Oh, nudge her face. Nudge, nudge. Okay.
Where are you doing this to her?
I assume I'm in the basement.
Yeah, so Violet...
I assume that Athenos collapsed in the basement.
I got up with my meatballs to go to a bed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just sit in the basement then.
So it's Ishtin and Violet in the basement. And eventually...
Unless we decided to set her up elsewhere, but I just assume the basement.
Okay, cool.
I'm in the basement.
Perfect. So before you are just jabbing at her, I'm just gonna... Let me know when you start to get tired. Come and wake me up and I'll keep an eye on her and the hole.
All right. Have fun with her.
Sure. I need to walk up.
Sadistically twisting this glaive. Okay.
And I think Athenos, I think most likely when Ishin eventually does come up, Athenos absolutely took Violet's room, the double bed. He's always going to take that room. But he doesn't fall asleep in it. I think he probably, I'm assuming she might have a vanity of some sort, like a desk and a chair maybe. Yeah. So he's probably passed out in a chair. And you can see in front of him, the pieces of his gun, his pistol were partially made, but he fell asleep partway through. So he's just asleep in the chair, snoring, definitely snoring, maybe a little bit of drooling as well. Yeah.
When I come in, I will nudge him awake and just say, "You did not finish. You did not finish. Finish your gun."
Yeah. Yeah, he starts to put it together. Even though he's definitely groggy, he just knows exactly what to do. It's just a habit of his now.
Muscle memory at this point. Yeah.
You just... and thank you.
Yes.
And he just waddles over.
Yes.
Yeah, he
I
waddles
try to
over to
help
bed.
him.
Yeah. And then falls asleep. I think Ishin, he's probably, because Ishin's around, he doesn't mind, but and I think she's seen him do this before, but he holds the gun close to him. It's empty. He's not holding a loaded gun next to him while he sleeps. It's empty, but he holds it definitely a comfort thing, and he falls asleep.
I curl up on the floor outside, blocking the door.
Awesome. Unless anyone has anything specific they need to do, you can go ahead and take your long rests. Eridan, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh, I was muted. Ah, yes. There it is. That's an apt time to roll. I rolled a 4, but +5, so it's 9. That's a hot 9. That's no diet 9.
Smoking hot.
Your eyes open, and you find the sun's rays beating down on you. You take a look in front of you, and there's this silhouetted figure that is standing in what appears to be a small ruined plinth, almost a shrine. You feel the wind kind of breezing past you. You take a look to your left and you see Jotra. It kind of throws you aback for a second. Take a look to your right, you see Ishtin. You find yourself kind of shaking your head. You kind of realize these people are not the people they seem to be. Jotra steps forward and pulls this beautiful long sword from his belt, pulls it close to him and begins to hum as it glows a vibrant blue. He takes a few steps forward towards the silhouette, only to be met by this goldish blue force that knocks him off his feet. As Jotra's silhouette flies back, it morphs and changes into the silhouette of a young drow woman. Just for a moment. As you look towards Ishtin, Ishtin's form has also changed, showing this almost featureless individual as they go ahead and pull two blades. They kind of begin to kind of shake themselves and hype themselves up, and as they step forward, they throw one of the blades at the silhouette. The silhouette simply passes across and fires a lightning bolt directly into this figure's chest. And you watch them dissipate. As you find yourself unable to move, you can feel yourself beginning to panic. As suddenly the silhouette creates this large, glowing golden orb. Within a second, it's been pushed forward and flies towards you. You can feel that panic surging in your chest. You can feel your muscles tightening and clamping up, and before you know it, you find yourself jolted awake, back in the room. And Joshua, you hear an audible as Eridan bolt upright, breathing heavy.
Everything okay? You alright? And you see his head just actually, depending on the bed height, just like this much of his head, I guess. As he stands up and kind of looks over, if it's okay, is it? And he kind of like starts to crawl up and look at you. Are you alright? You look really weak. Are you? And he kind of like goes to like put his hand against your forehead. Are you sick? Are you ill? You're sweating so much.
I had a dream, but I think it was a memory.
That's good, right? What happened? What was the dream?
There was a figure, and at first it was you and Ishton that were there, but they changed into, I think, the people that were actually there. And one got blasted away, the other one, powerful magic. And the other one disappeared, and then
what did they look like?
A drow woman and a featureless figure.
Okay.
I couldn't make out the one who was doing the casting. They were hooded. I don't recognize where it was. It wasn't anywhere near where I woke up, I don't think.
Well, that's good. It could be just a distant memory. It could be incomplete. Do you think you'd recognize the drow woman's face again? Do you think you could sketch it out, or maybe we could? Do you think any of the names sound like they fit? And he kind of goes over to his notes and he's like, Ralia Varen. Does that spark anything? How about Ophelia Greyshield? Neela Andressa. Any of those spark anything? Well, either way, it sounds like you were fighting against somebody who was super, super strong and super powerful for some good cause. Maybe they were trying to do something bad. Maybe you were, it's not a necessarily bad thing. Did they see, how did the shrouded figure, like, you don't wear a shrouded hood unless you're like, right?
No idea.
Are you okay? Do you want me to get you some water or some coffee? I know I could use some coffee.
Coffee sounds pretty good.
And then he kind of, before he goes, he picks up Ashtalora and he kind of just pushes Ashtalora into the arms of Eridan, and then he goes and he starts to go look for some coffee and stuff and get it going downstairs.
Everybody else slept relatively okay in comparison. You find yourselves slowly awaking to, strangely enough, you don't hear footsteps or commotion. You just kind of hear the sound of a few birds singing outside. Not many, but enough to be relatively pleasant. You kind of find yourselves coming to Ishton, Athenos. You both wake up in each other's company, and you both kind of find yourselves coming to Athenos. You notice that Ishton has been kind of splayed across, blocking the doorway. And that is where she begins to come to. She has barely moved all night. Soup.
Could have stepped into beds.
I wanted to keep us safe.
Thank you.
Of course.
Soup, Oren, you find yourselves coming to just regularly. You're good.
I figured I took the second watch, so I'm just sitting, making sure that Violet doesn't move and nothing comes out of the hole.
She's kind of learned to keep herself awake after being jabbed repeatedly by Ishton, so she's kind of, no rumbling, no scary bugs, nothing to worry about. Violet looks exhausted, in pain, as you would expect, but she's up and about. I say about. She's tied up, but she's up.
Awake.
Just about, yeah. As you collate downstairs, you find Torn waiting by the front door, just looking out onto the street. You manage to cobble together what little breakfast you can between you. Vegetables and some crappy meat. It's probably the best you're going to manage here, considering the supplies you currently have. Although a little bit of rations mixed in, it's fine. You'll never notice the difference. Soup, you still have probably a fair amount of these bug parts if you wanted to go ahead and splay those into anything as well.
For sure.
And as we go ahead and collect ourselves in the morning, ready for whatever mission we are going to undertake, we're going to go ahead and wrap up there. As we're getting ready for the next part of the journey.
Oh my god.
Possibly a meeting with a slimy tabaxi.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
So, thank you so much, folks, for sticking around. It's always lovely to have people watching, of course, and as long as you enjoyed it, that's the good part. I'm going to go ahead round the horn here and just, let everybody know who you are, where we find you, and I'll give you a question at the end, and I will remember this time. Because I always forget. Cool. I'll throw over to Ty.
I'm Ty. You can find me on Twitch. I stream. I'm getting back into it, I swear. It'll be at twitch.tv/hitchhikerthemind. Every Tuesday I do run my own game as a DM, but if you want to watch people spend 2 hours eating a single course meal with a queen, it's that kind of game right now, so we'll find out how that goes. Other than that, DMEmporium.com is the one-stop shop I'm trying to set up. DMEmporium.com. Use that special discount code FWRD for 10% off your your order, and that 10% goes to building this stream and this whole everything up. So hopefully we can all just do this all the time, which would just be even better. Other than that, Twitch, Hitchhiker Mind, and then if you reach out to the Emporium in any way, I am the only person working there, so I'll be replying. So I'll see you there.
Smooth. Sean.
Howdy, folks. I'm at NoTweetSean on Twitter. I work with Thread Raiders. We are a work in progress nonprofit that's going to be running a lot of different charity events utilizing streaming. Come check us out here in June. We're setting up another Game Haven event for all of those who have been stuck inside to chill and have fun with friends playing wacky wild games. We're going to wait a little bit for our next charity event just because of everyone's financial situations at this time. But we'll be sure to keep you updated. So if you'd like to check us out, go to @ThreadRaiders on Twitter and we'll shoot you our Discord link.
Wonderful. Check them out. They're wonderful people. Drac.
Hi, I'm Drac, or Draconics, DRAKONIQUES on Twitch and Twitter. You can catch me here every Thursday playing Athenos, the hopefully lovable arsehole. I'm also, I think I can announce this now. Yeah, we probably can, because we did a teaser trailer, but I'm also going to be in a tri-weekly, every 3 weeks a podcast is going to be an actual podcast called Super Idols. It's going to be being launched on all the places you can find your podcasts, and I'll be playing a magical girl who's a guy. So just a magical guy, I guess. Yeah. And T in chat is one of cast members as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's been an experience, and I'm excited to see people join in and watch that.
Awesome.
I'm so excited to listen.
There's an awesome trailer out there too, so you can get
the trailer's so good. It was made by Aaron Cyrus, and oh god, it's so good.
Yeah, go ahead and check out that teaser trailer. Absolutely.
Is it on your Twitter?
Not yet. I really should post it on Twitter.
Wait,
I really should.
There's also an excuse to stalk Drac's Twitter, so there we go.
Oh god, yeah. I tweet a lot about Deadpool and my crush on Ryan Reynolds and
and your
yes.
horrendous addiction to TTRPGs.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hi, howdy, hey, goodbye. I'm Cole. You can find me at Twitter at Cole Moriel, which is written up there. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday for The Gods We Know, where I play Kepri, who is a very sad girl right now, but she won't be forever. And can't we say that about, it's true for me too. And Thursdays, I obviously play Erican is empty with the shady past.
Oh man.
So we found out some things, and you should stick around and see what happens, because I also don't know. So it'll be an adventure for all of us involved. That's what I got going on. It's almost Pride. Be gay, do crime, and that's all I got.
Be gay, do crime, do gay crime.
Yes.
All right, Adam.
Hello, I am Adam. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AdamHardyVO. You can also follow my cats at GothKittiesL3. Their Instagram is way more entertaining than mine. My Instagram is basically just theirs.
They have the best cat names. They really
do. I thought mine
Lucifer, Lilith, Lizzie Borden, and Lilith, Mother of Demons.
Yes.
Yes. Because of isolation, I don't have a lot going on except for mine and the Martyr. So come back and join us here.
All right, wonderful. And Jen.
Hello. I'm gonna try to remember stuff. You can find me on Twitter at QuixoteJen, QuixoteJen, 1N, not 2. And I'm Jen Quixote on Discord. and come chat with me on our Discord server. I'm one of the mods, and we have really cool stuff coming up. I'm going to be running Alas for the Awful Sea. I'm going to be running as a community off-stream game on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. And we've got Teens in Space that one of our other folks is going to be running, and every week we're going to have a community game. So come sign up. I promise we'll do 5e, some too, all the other systems. But yeah, come sign up and have fun with us. And you can also see me on Tuesday nights on The Gods We Know, where I play the substantially less sad sister duo of the monk twins, Kefri and Noob.
Okay.
It's not her fault.
It's not her fault.
It's just not her fault.
She's doing her best. It's just not really good.
Yeah, no. The trajectories of their lives are just
Yes, crisscross.
Thriving though. Newt is doing so well. You should totally come and see Newt because she's great.
Kind of happy.
Kinda. I like the kinda. The hesitation.
She's really
Playing it down.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
I saw she was
that-
ecstatic.
Yeah. Well, that is our wonderful cast. I'm Ray. You can find me at Bearded Baymax. I'm here every Tuesday playing Tobias, the wonderful Irish debonair over
Group
on
Dad.
No. And yes, definitely Group Dad. You'll see here with all of these wonderful folks with the Mind of the Martyr. Going well so far. We'll see what happens.
Oh boy.
More of a player question than a character question. What do we think of Ishton's little flashback? Not Ishton, Eridan's little flashback there.
Oh, I'm
Well,
very
it's heavy.
interested.
Super
some
cool.
theories.
I mean, this isn't necessarily the flashback, but that whole scene with the cipher, as soon as I figured out what it was that they were looking at, I wish people could have seen, my legs were, shaking, and my heart was racing. And, oh my God, I was very, and still am, very emotional.
As soon as it was job completed, I'm like, oh, okay. And then Eridan. just that slow,
The entire time I'm sitting there don't scream, don't fucking scream.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Oh,
God.
right.
Good God.
Remember when Eridan was like, maybe I did something bad in the past? And Ishton was like, you have the strength to handle it.
Uh-oh. It's gonna be interesting.
But
Oh,
does
man.
Ishton
Strange to handle it when Ishton's glaive is through my chest.
That's why I'm looking for Ishton's name. I'm like, please no. Shit. Jotra was instantly no, shit's not in here. It's probably fine.
Oh.
Eat your meatballs!
The betrayal.
I didn't make those. Soup made those. I delivered them to you.
Oh man.
she was your Uber Eats for the evening.
Poor Jotra.
I was your
Super Eats.
DoorDasher.
Super Eats.
Uber Eats.
yes,
Oh, that's
always.
gonna be a thing.
How is Eridan doing?
Yeah.
Super Eats. It's all right.
Eridan's
That's
stressed.
a t-shirt. Super.
A little
Yeah,
stressed.
Super Eats. It's all right.
Un poquito.
All right. Yeah. Again, thank you for joining us.